Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream today. It is the 5th of August 2023, 4 minutes past 6 in the evening here in the United Kingdom. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're flying a brand new aeroplane today. It's the 787-800. Never flown this variant before. This is the Kuro mod. A lot of people have said, oh, could you try this mod out? It's essentially a mod of the 787-10 that comes with the super premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And Kuro shortened it. I don't know if there's anything else going on behind, but it certainly has the appearance of a 787-800, and it's very popular amongst the community. So I thought we'd try it out, and we're going to be taking off from here, Paris Orly, the second largest international airport of Paris, and we're going to be flying to Birmingham. Birmingham Airport we have flown into in a stream before, but today VATSIM UK are holding their Midsummer Madness event there, and I think at the moment they've got something like 50 arrivals, 50 departures. I think people departing from Birmingham right now have got delays of at least 30 minutes, so we're going to take an hour's worth of extra fuel, anticipate some holding today. I hope the aircraft holds alright, but we'll have to see. This is the excellent Jetstream Designs copy of Paris Orly as well. I found a stand that can actually fit a 787. It took some searching before the stream. But yes, we're all pretty much good to go and start. Flight time around 1 hour and 10 minutes. The weather's not too bad. Been a bit of rain showers here, a bit of rain showers in Birmingham. It should be within limits. Maybe a little bit windier later on in Birmingham. Live time, live weather. It certainly sounds very windy in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, last stream in Microsoft Flight Simulator was having all sorts of internet issues, I think, caused by the sim. I've fixed, hopefully, the issue with my brand new internet Ethernet cable going all the way from the hub to the sim. I had no single hiccup last stream. Let's hope for the same again today. Anyway, before I zoom in towards the aircraft, let's see what we've got here in chat. I'm James says this plane is fairly feature rich, holds work well. Great plane. That's good to know. I anticipate some holding today, perhaps at Honolulu on our way to Birmingham. Chilania says I'm sure it'll be fine, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Gamer DL 787 landings are so mesmerising to watch. I'll make sure to remind me to turn on the flight recorder prior to landing. At least Mackie says have faith, brother. I will have faith. Pilot Mike, it's the Dash 8, please. I'm glad Mike's here. If you want to go watch my stream with Mike flying the Dash 787, be sure to check out that stream from about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm sure if you have any 787 questions, Pilot Mike will be able to answer them. I must not call it an 800 anymore. N2, always love listening to this track. Good memories recording the drums in a single go. Yes, you and several other members making an excellent track, which I continue to use. Tracker Boy, sat in Orly in a 788 with you. Excellent. Benjamin Dox loves the wing design. Thank you very much. I think you said you were from Canada. I saw at the start of the stream there. 2 Ton says flying virtually down to Puerto Rico. Co-worker currently on the way down there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Anyway, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft. Unfortunately, there's no Alpaca Airways livery yet for the 787-8. However, we are going to use the Alpaca call sign, and I've just gone for the stock Boeing, I think it's their sort of launch paint scheme, or perhaps they've certainly had one in this paint scheme anyway. I can see a 747-800 over there. I mean, if I just zoom on up, you can see here live on the network, there's, ooh, I can change the brightness there. I didn't know I could do that. Anyway, look, you can see it's quite busy here. There's a couple of aircraft over there. Well, I say it's quite busy. There's 2 over there. There's no events here at all in. I thought it'd be quite a good airport to depart from, one that's a suitable distance. But look at that. I think it looks much. I like the look of the 787-8 compared to the 10. The 10 looks too long, but look at the size of the wings. Are they the same wing as it is on the 10? I'm not sure, but the proportions look a lot nicer on the Dash 8. Anyway, yes, we've got the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000s. We've got the sound pack from FT Sim for these engines on as well. The paint scheme looks really, really nice. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. Yes, unfortunately, I've had to uninstall the Ambitious Pilots pushback tool. I think it's been abandoned by the developer. I just can't get it to work on this aircraft, so I am only relying on the default straight pushback in Microsoft Flight Simulator today. I will consider getting GSX. Oh, hello, Tui. So yeah, here we are in the 7.8. Those engines look absolutely massive. It's the same wing. Very interesting, Ethan's Aviation, as Mike has also said as well. Quite busy. 6 aircraft on the ground in Birmingham. I wonder how how will you describe Birmingham then? 26 planes will be very, very busy. You'll have to see how we get on later. Ground in handling is much improved over the Dash 10 with the Kuro. Very good. Yeah, I didn't do a full test sector yesterday. I got about halfway with the mod here, and I had to go out. And I've not actually been to Birmingham in the sim in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know there was some pay-where scenery Mako sim. I just have not had time to install it, so we've just got default Birmingham. Praise Lord, how it will get on, I don't know, but I don't know if there's any taxiway markings. We'll be fine with the Navigraph maps to hopefully locate our stand. Anyway, let's now jump on into the cockpit of the 787 MSFS-8. There we are, completely cold and dark. Unfortunately, Mike isn't here to help me set it up, so I've tried to remember some of the things he told me. I'm going to probably start off wrong straight away because I remember something with the battery and the GPU being a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is put the battery on and all the external power just to start as I would in the 7.3. And sort of go from there. So that's all powered up. We've got all the displays powering on as well. No AFB, unfortunately. So I have grabbed the SimBrief profile for the aircraft, and also here is the SimBrief flight plan. Now, in SimBrief, what I did, I selected the amount of passengers as a full load. I think it came out as 225 passengers, giving a zero fuel weight of 145.9. And unfortunately, because there's no sort of EFB or loading, you're having to rely on the stock Microsoft Flight Sim weight and balance loader. What I've done, I've just made our takeoff weight. I've taken an extra 5 tons of fuel, which is an hour's flight time, and I've made the takeoff weight about 160 tons. So you can see 160. So the weight of the aircraft is correct to the SimBrief profile, and the fuel, block fuel, 10425. I think I've taken, what was it here, 7.6 aside, so that's about 15 and a bit tons. So it's an extra hour's fuel here, but this doesn't seem right with regards to the payload. It is in SimBrief, but the actual weight is 160 tons as opposed to compared to our maximum takeoff weight of 227.9. So that is pretty much correct. Hopefully we'll have an EFB. Looking at the Kuro mod on the website, it looks like I think there is an EFB coming at some point. Will Edwards, good question. How do you get the mod? I could do this. Look, I've got a Nightbot command all set up for this. So if you use the command aircraft, it will tell you what the aircraft is with a link to the aircraft as well. Is Nightbot here yet? I haven't even seen Nightbot appear in chat, but if you type in Kuro mod 787 in Google, it'll come to you. Oh, there it is. It is working today. Right, so let's have a look here on the overhead panel. I'll put the IRS on. The electrical power's all connected. Wipers are off. Door power on. Look at this. Was that on the towing power? Was that on the dash 10? I can't remember. Emergency exit lights are armed. We'll turn on the... Is that the probe heat or window heat back up there? I think that's the primary window heat. These switches will wait until just prior to engine start. Nav lights will turn on. It's such a lovely and tidy overhead panel. I don't think any of this is modelled. Fuel pumps will turn on. No fuel in the centre tank. Anti-ice and engine and wing anti-ice on after engine start. This is all set. I'll turn the packs on at this stage. That's pretty much all you've got to do on the overhead panel. MCP, now there's no dedicated ATC here. There does seem to be an upper sector. I don't know if they're covering Orly. We're on stand Bravo 03, and I'm going to plan departure off runway 25. It could potentially be 24. I think SimBrief based off 24, but 25 is actually... We'll plan for 25 because it's a better runway for us to take off from, and it's more than long enough. So the runway QDM for 25 is 253, which I'll set now, if I can get the rotary knob on the correct bit. There we are, 253. And the SID stop altitude is going to be flight level 80, so we'll set that on the MCP. I'll imagine we've got our clearance as well, so 8024. Are you guys saying 24 is the regular departure runway? So should we do 24 then and taxi all the way out? I suppose that's what SimBrief gave me. I should have got it for a stand the other side of the airport then. That would have been the best stand. Alright, well, I'll go off your guidance then, guys. 24. I've never operated from Orly. I know nothing about the airport. So 241. We'll base it off runway 24. 241. 241 is set. Right, there we go. So now I'll load up the flight management computer. Mike, is that still triggering you, how the PFD and for the captain and FOs is still like the wrong orientation? At least the devs got back to you and I about that and the reasons why they can't mirror it either side there. Eurocontrol covers 245 and above. Alright then, perfect. We'll go on our own way then, getting out of here. Scotty 2 version 2.1.1 have sorted the angle of attack and cruise, which wasn't right before, and now find the flare way too extreme and the nose balloons. Anyone else found that? I've not landed this aircraft yet, so that's the first time for everything. Thank you very much, Kanoki, my motorbike riding follower. Appreciate your donation, buddy, for the 12 euros.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Nope.
Cause there are 3 things as a passenger in the front row I don't wanna hear from the cockpit. What's that smell? What's that noise? What the heck is going on here? Smiley face.
Unbelievable. Well, there's your smell. Oh dear, immature. Right, thank you very much, Kanoki, for your 12 euro donation. Very generous of you. I've certainly said 2 of the 3 things there in real life. Absolutely. The first and second, I don't think I've done what the heck is going on here. I don't think I've said that one, but certainly the first and second I've done at work. 2 of the things you don't want to hear, I've certainly said. Must keep your ears closed. Thank you very much for your donation there, Kanoki, for the 12 years and for your continued support. That was you keep donating on my stream, so thank you very much. You've never operated from there, Orly. No, I've never flown in or out of Paris Orly before. Right, let's have a look at this flight management computer and bring up the sim brief profile as well for the operational flight plan. So, again, Mike's watching. He's a 787 first officer, good friend of mine. He's going to be cringing at several times throughout this video because I'm going to be setting this up like I do the 737-800. It's all I know to fly, but it sort of works. Here we are, the latest version of the Kuro mod, then 2.1.1. It's a breeze to install, actually. Really, really nice. All the guidance comes with the download. It tells you what to do at what stage. It doesn't take long at all. Let's go here to pause in it. We are in Orly. The code is Lima Foxtrot Lima Foxtrot Papa Oscar. There we are, and we'll put in the GPS position, or I think it might have done automatically. Yes, it has done. So let me just clear the scratch pad, which is over here, and we'll go to route Lima Foxtrot Papa Oscar. Oh, it still hurts my eyes, this FMC. And we're routing to Birmingham. Echo Golf Bravo Bravo. Our call sign today is Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform, which is coming in. And departure then from runway, you guys said 24, so runway 24, and off 24 it is an Opali departure. Will probably be a different one now. Opel, Alpa Opali, I don't know how it's pronounced. We've got several. Let me just have a look at Navigraph here to see which one favours 24. What's this one called? Letter Quebec and Romeo. 25 only and 24. Oh, which one is this going to be? Let's go with Romeo or Quebec. Well, I can only see a Quebec there, so let's go with the Quebec version. Can't be too far off. Oh, now this is the HUD takeoff. I'll try this today. I need to select ILS24, then I can use the heads-up display, and it has cool features. I'll try my best to use the head-up, but I absolutely hate it. So that's all in. From there, we're going to do up the airway Upper Tango 421 to K-Sax. Oh, I saw a film today, guys. I went to go see Oppenheimer, I think it's pronounced. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was a film that... It was a lot going on. I didn't like the non-linear storyline in that film in particular. I won't give any spoilers out, but you know, it's pretty... Everyone knows what he did if you're interested in sort of World War II and history. But yeah, I found it quite confusing, all the different people and all the different scientists. But yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't go to see it again, but... if you're interested in history and World War II development, nuclear weapons, I'd recommend seeing it. Upper Tango 10, Alesso, Tango 420, Hemel, and then it's to Hemel. Slow coming in the FMC there. I don't know if there's a way of importing the flight plan yet. I mean, at my operator, we have to do this every sector. So, departures, arrivals. It'll be a Hemel 1 Bravo for runway 33 this evening. So, Hemel 1 Bravo, 33. Now, I'll quickly show you the arrival. We're obviously going to set this up later. But this is how it looks. Now, it's going to be very busy with the VATSIM event today, but usually in airports like Birmingham, the arrival, you wouldn't do this unless it was very busy. You'd probably get to Puffacks, or before Puffacks get onto Vectors for a straight in for runway 33, but we're going to leave that routing in today because I'm anticipating holding over here at Oscott. Now, looking at the standard routing, it's going to take us towards Oscott, then Grove anyway, so we'll leave that in there, and I'll just bring the centre fix after Grove into the FMC. As I said, I will anticipate holding today. Looking on the VATSIM map, you can see how busy it is. Right, we'll activate that, execute. Time to complete the performance. So, 0 fuel weight is 145. Hopefully that's quite close to what I've put here. Well, this doesn't show you the gross weight. Well, we can at 0 fuel weight, we can easily work it out. 160,211 minus the fuel on board, which is 15,197. So it's 145.1. Oh, perfect. It's within 100 kilos. Reserves are alternate. It's Manchester. So we'll need the amount of 3.8 tons. 3.8. As mentioned, the Simbrief profile is based off the Kuro mod. It's available to find the link for in the Kuro mod on the flightsim.io website. Cruising at 38,000 feet. Cost index is 30. And that's all set. I've got no departure information for the 787-8. We'll use reduced takeoff 2 with no assumed thrust. I did it yesterday and it was more than ample performance. And climb 2. Takeoff page then, flap 5 we'll use for departure. CG, if I select this, I think it does it automatically. V speeds are 131, 136, 146. I don't know if that can be selected. No, it can't. We just need to set VT on the MCP. Here, 146 is set. Perfect. And I'll set the trim now as well, which is 4.5 units. Perfect. The trim is, there we are, set. Excellent. Right, that's the FMC loaded. We'll work our way into the pedestal. Let's have a little look here and chat. Oh my god, 80 arrivals into Birmingham. Is an hour? Well, look, we'll take an hour's fuel. I don't have all that amount of time, so if I have to hold for an hour, we'll just go to Manchester or East Midlands. Too far. My initial off block was 1600. I'm only about to take off. My goodness. Yeah, I mean, these events are very popular. The thing is, airports like Birmingham, they only have one runway, so there's just very little capacity for everything there. So we'll take the hour's extra fuel, see how much of it we use to hold, and we'll go in there. But yeah, no ATC here in Orly, unfortunately, Mr. Polavrat, but in Birmingham, lots of ATC. IMATAMS the 7.8 allows airway only input with auto-filtered intersection waypoint. Same as 737, but we don't do that with my operator as well. Stefan, I really enjoy the Kuro 788, except for the one thing, I hate using the default Microsoft license payload and fuel loading. Me too, buddy, me too. Right, radio tuning panel then, I will just set to Unicom 122.8 as active. There we are, VHF. Do I select VHF on all these? Probably not. Transponder, we'll just set that to 2000. And we'll put that to standby, which it already is set to. Right, so what we're going to do is use the little interactive checklist. I've got all the status pages here, which Mike went into so much detail last stream, but how do I get the full-sized ND? That's it. So we'll do that there. I want the engine displays this side. The weather here, let me just get the METAR. I'll press B in Microsoft Flight Simulator to set the altimeter. But the surface wind's 20013, broken at 3600, QNH is 1007. Which is now set. And we'll set the MFRA of 1300 again. 7-8 operators might not do this. Oh, that's a nice quick speed to set the MFRA. Too fast, one might say. Oh god, I can't actually set this. That'll do. 1380. That will do. That will do. Right, let's use the we're going to use the interactive checklist here to make sure the aircraft's correctly configured. So pre-flight, parking brake is set. Fuel control switches are cut off. That's complete. And next page of the checklist is before start, so passenger signs. We'll verify they are on. Where are they? There we go. Oh, that was a very soft dinging sound for the seatbelt signs. That's done. MCP V2 is set, heading track is set, altitude 80 is set as well on the MCP. Takeoff speeds V1, VR, and V2 are set. CG pre-flight's complete. Trim is set. Taxi and takeoff briefing will complete now. Beacon on for push and start. And then next is the before taxi. Doesn't take long to get this beast set up. So let's just brief the taxi and SID. Oh, I've just got a VATSIM ding dong here. Expect holding at Grove. I'm also in your stream. Thank you, Kelly, for your message. I've anticipated that, and we'll put the hold in the descent into Birmingham. That's the standard holding point for Birmingham's at Grove. So stand Bravo 03, pushback here. It's going to be a straight push, and then I'll probably go out. I'll go Whiskey 2 initially, or if I can, Lima Foxtrot onto the outer taxiway here. Whiskey 1. And then, yeah, I think I'll just go Whiskey 1 all the way to runway 24. That makes sense. Bit of a trek, but that serves me right for choosing or planning a different runway, which isn't typically used here for departure in Orly. There we are. So let's turn that off. Oh, actually, no, we need to brief the SID. So it's a 7-8. I don't need to tune any of these nav aids. So straight ahead to PO421. We've got the end. Oh no, I need to change the runway, don't I? To oh no, I have done 24. So it is 25 only. So there we go. Papa Oscar 243 for runway 24. Left turn to Papa Oscar 300, 100 or below. 302, 304, and 306. 096, and then it's to Opal, or Opal, however it's pronounced, and we'll be up at 30,000 feet by that point. So that's the SID, nice simple RNAV SID, follow it using LNAV. Right, there we go. Let's just have a look around us, make sure there's no one behind us to block. We're just going to do a straight push, and just prior to start, I think we'll just do the I've done all of that. It's before starting engines. Here we are. So C1 and C2 electric switches to auto. 2. I better start the APU. We might need that. Actually, might not. Isn't it electric engine start? Do you need the APU? Well, of course you will, because we will be disconnecting the ground power. Fuel pumps on. These need to be on too. Beacon on, and the TCAS transponder to transponder. And it's then starting the engines, which you just simply move it to start, then put the fuel in, and that's it. It does its thing automatically. Still don't understand how this plane can start both engines at once with no bleed air. It's witchcraft. Yeah, it's all electric, isn't it? Well, electric is magic. It is magic. We'll just wait for the APU to start. It does sound very windy here. It's a very nice external model, this. Blue Bear did a flight online last night in this aircraft to see how it improved, then today was on the jump seat on the real thing. Wow! Latest Kuro is a great improvement from the original. Very cool. Was the Kuro mod around prior to the avionics update from Microsoft Flight Simulator? I'd never heard of it before. You have whopping great big electrical generators that can power a large village. Amazing. Right, there we go. I think we're all okay with the APU. Let's have a look on this. APU running. Perfect. So what I'll do, I'll disconnect the ground power. Oh, I think it's done it automatically, look, because it says it available. Yes. Okay, right, so beacon on, which is here. And I'm just going to push. There's no ATC. We'll put out our intentions of Unicom on when we taxi. But yeah, there's no ATC here at all, unfortunately. Welcome aboard there, Audrey Hill and Alan Fiodoro. Thank you very much for joining the channel subscribers. It's traditional jet engine, use bleed air for that job. That's correct. Right, let's push and start. So guys, nothing is pretty unglamorous today. Release the parking brake. I'm just going to push Shift P. Please work. Oh, we're on our way. As simple as that. Clear of the TUI. But I'm going to have to do a straight pushback. Right, we're going to start both engines at once because you just can. Right, so can I move them both to start? Well, I'm going to do that engine first, and then literally that. What's the worst that can happen? I'm doing it. Cat 7-8 is basically a carbon fibre and plastic flying Tupperware box. Love it. Excellent. Mike said that was correct. I'm happy with that. Oh, the recirc fan uppers off. Is that meant to be on? Oh, can you hear that? Listen to that bass. Turn the music off for a second. Do they sound like Trent 1000s? I don't know, but they sound beastly. I don't think he's actually pushed back onto any taxi line. We're just going to keep... We'll go into this here. Welcome, Michael Lloyd. Credits Flight Sim Gaming for subscribing as well. Beluga did my first flight VATSIM Monday. I must say, thanks to your videos have given me enough confidence to do it. Excellent, that's what I like to hear. Look at this. 2 good engine starts. I should have been monitoring this continuously, but anyway, this awful TPR thrust setting that you get for Rolls-Royce engines I don't understand. N1, EGT and N2 I do understand though, and they all look like everything is in limits and in the green. It is a really spectacular. It looks so much better than the 10. It just looks right. Well, cool. Look at these people subscribing. Welcome aboard. We'll let the TUI go first. He's already taxiing ahead by the looks of it. And we're going to go out onto the outer taxiway shortly. No tug, no. I've uninstalled the ambitious pilot's pushback. It's just not... I have such inconsistencies with it, and it just didn't work at all with this aircraft. It didn't work. It didn't even allow me to do the standard pushback shift piece, so I was actually stuck on stand. So you just have to use your imagination. It's actually worked out quite well for that particular stand. We can literally stop right on this line and make a left turn. Yeah, I'll look into getting GSX, guys. Now the GSX, when you start boarding, does that load the weight and fuel in real time and on the aircraft as well? There we are. Parking brake set. Excellent. So pushback, tug seen. Well, imagine we've seen the bypass pin. Let's do the before taxi checklist. So anti-ice, auto, auto, auto. Recall checked. Perfect. So everything's white, usual stuff. Order brake to RTO. Flight controls coming up. Hello. Full forward, full back, left, right, and this is actually based off the 7.8, isn't it? Full left and full right. I'm wearing a cardigan today, ladies and gentlemen. Flight controls are checked. Ground equipment's clear. APU can come off. Flaps to 5 as well. You can see it has different flap settings to the dash 10. And that's that checklist done. Before takeoff is flaps. Next is after takeoff checklist. Brilliant. I bet the TUI passengers are amazed by the 787 self-pushbacking. They were absolutely amazed. And Orly ground, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform taxiing to runway 25 via Whiskey 1. Perfect, so we're going to take the first left onto Whiskey 1, and then we're going to follow Whiskey 1 all the way to runway 24. Right then, that's done. Mike, have I forgotten anything majorly? If I've done anything majorly wrong or forgotten anything, please let me know. I've done the lights as per my operator as well there. Right, parking brake released. We're already rolling forward, we're not very heavy today. Although we've got a full load of passengers. Do we do a config check? Well, I've done one anyway. Oof, it's like the PMDG with that small of time. God, it doesn't make any noise, these engines. I might as well take this first left here and then right, and then we're straight into Whiskey 1. Tell you one thing that I do like about this, it taxis very nicely. It taxis far better than the PMDG 737. It really is, it rolls quite nicely with a little thrust, turns really well as well. All totally in the wrong order, but accomplished just the same. Cheers, Mike, thanks. Captain, where do you you see the flight controls working on the dashboard? Where are you working? Are you talking? Are you talking about the seeing the position of the flight controls? I should think it's on one of these buttons here. Systems.
50,
Flight controls. There
40,
you go. Maybe I should have brought that
30,
display up. But yeah, look at that
20,
all working. You can see I'm using the rudder to taxi as well. I'll get rid of this now.
Hello from NY.
Oh,
Have a great
hello.
flight to Birmingham.
Thank you very much. I will do. Credits, thank you very much for the $2. Really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. We are on our way, and I hope you're having a nice afternoon in New York. Thank you very much, buddy. There you go. That's where you see all the flight control positions. Maybe I was meant to bring that up, but at my operator, we don't bother. Anyway, there we go. Actually, on the menu here, what could I select on? Airports would be good, and that's looking alright. And there you go. Look, you can actually get an airport map, albeit not very detailed, zoomed in. Yeah, that's looking good. This, as I said, is the Jetstream design scenery for Paris Orly. Welcome aboard, Daryl Edson Smith, as a member. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members-only Discord. Hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. Thank you very much for the support. I just realised I've got Navigraph on. Sorry. About to cross a bridge, which is pretty cool. Jamie, I really want to get into VATSIM, but I'm nervous about getting my ATC dialogue wrong. Any tips on how to approach it? You just got to dive in there. VATSIM has plenty of guidance and tutorials, not only on YouTube, but in there. All the guidance they have online as well. Take a look at that, and look out for VATSIM First Wing events, where they are designed for people who are perhaps joining the network for the first ever time. It'd be worthwhile having a look at that going on. Oh look, I see another 7-8 over there. Hello friend. Look at this bridge. Very nice. This is very leisurely pace we're taxiing at, but 34 minutes into the stream and to be already taxiing out, it's pretty good going. And how is the quality of my stream? My upload speed has gone from about 18 meg to about 80 meg with this new cable, so it should be a much better quality. Tower view as you pass by. It's not X-Plane, unfortunately. I don't know if it can do tower view in Microsoft Flight Sim. There's a tower here, over there. Only it has some sort of net on it. I don't know what that's for. Is that to capture the radar antenna when it inevitably falls down? I don't know. Shame you're not using the HUD. Yeah, I will use it for takeoff. But do you use it for taxi? Ooh, I had a little with a white dot there. I'll try and use it for takeoff, but I will not enjoy it. Well, got plenty of fuel on board. No cheating, remember. If you're new to the live streams, we won't add fuel at any point. We just always stick with standard. Treat it as realistically as possible. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in as well. 400 people watching. Very good for a Saturday evening. Hope you're all doing very well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Alex, I don't like the HUD either, but I think what Mike was sort of saying last stream, when he sort of went onto the 7.8, and a lot of 7.3 drivers or classic Boeing pilots who haven't had a heads-up display sort of miss looking at those instruments, and I'm certainly, when Mike was encouraging me to use the HUD in the 7.8, when he joined me on that stream, I wasn't enjoying it, let's say. Flight Sim Gaming says, the only thing I don't like about the Kuro 7.8 is on rotation, the pitch angle shoots up randomly. Other than that, a really nice addition to the fleet of airlines. Oh, I just looked up and I hit a tug. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday, the takeoff. It just seemed to want to shoot up off the nose, off the ground here. Right, so we're going to take, remember, Whiskey 1, so that's the sort of second right. The first right's Lima 4, second right for Whiskey 1. Thanks for subscribing there, Dave for President. Good luck with your ambitions. Passengers are exceptionally quiet today, yes. Yeah, all very quiet in the back. Yeah, nice to depart from Paris. Someone taking off over there from runway 24.
Holy traffic was at 3 Charlie Romeo, lining up for runway 24.
I haven't added any thrust into taxiing, it's just going really nicely along at 14 knots.
Google traffic, airframe 9.
So this is a big base for EasyJet, I think. They have a large large base here, and obviously Air France and whatnot. I don't know who else operates here or has a base here. And the flight's cancelled because of the accident with that car. Well, I'll do a bit of a before takeoff checklist. Config I checked flaps, we have 5. Stab trim is also set 4.5 units. Takeoff briefing, so the aircraft's all configured correctly. V-speeds are set. We've got, here to the takeoff page, 31, 36, 46 on the MCP. And the departure is this Opel SID, straight ahead to 243, Papa Oscar 243, left turn to Papa Oscar 300. We'll climb to flight level 80, NADP. Well, we're going to use LNAV and VNAV for departure. I don't know what the acceleration height is set to, but we'll utilise LNAV and VNAV to allow the aircraft to accelerate. Any problems, we'll climb straight ahead to 4,000 feet. So still on Whiskey 1. Nice evening now in Paris. Let's get my camera reset. There we are. Transavia's got a base here. Transavia France, Vueling. Very good. So Whiskey falling off to the right here. It's a little bit confusing actually if you look at the sort of markings, but we'll go off Whiskey 1 full length here for runway 24, so we'll just take the right here. There's a Wizz Air lined up. I'm just happy that my internet issues are sorted. You know, watch it will crash now, but taxi's going to be longer than the flight. Well, I don't know about that, Edo, with all the holding anticipated in Birmingham.
Runway traffic is M3 Charlie Romeo, taking off runway 24, all the traffic.
So there's that Wizz Air taking off. Yeah, this 78, this default aircraft taxis really nicely. Sort of off and on though. Look, if I just let go of it, look, it's all jerky, so it's like, look, that's not how it taxis. You don't just let go of the tiller and it stops. It'll be understeering like crazy. How do you feel about V2 of the Phoenix? Yes, this is a substantial update for the Phoenix team, which is coming out, isn't it? It does sound... I'm not knowledgeable about the Airbus at all, but I'm sure your Airbus fans will be very much looking forward to it. Of course, we'll try out one of the different variants of the Airbus. Don't forget the timer, says Rory. I think the 787, like the Max, does it for you automatically. I don't need to worry about that. Right, we're going to go to the Cat 1 hold point here. I'll just make sure no one's landing on this runway. How did you fix your internet issues? Ethernet cable. I think it was my power line adapter which was causing all of the issues. Oh, brakes. There we go. Right, parking brake is set. So, I've discovered in Microsoft Flight Simulator Push V, you can have a little look here to see if there's anyone on the flight. Oh, that's really cool. How does Microsoft Flight Simulator know the routing? Is that because I've loaded it into the default FMC? I've never seen that before. That's really cool. I like that. No, that's De Gaulle. Make sure I get the right airport. But no, it looks all clear. Let's then line up and take off. So lights coming on, strobes, weather radar on, which I don't think is modelled, but we'll select it anyway, and transponder to TARA. So MCP, auto throttle, LNAV, VNAV set, transponder TARA,
50,
strobe lights
20,
are on, landing
30,
lights are on, checks complete,
20,
virtual sky check. Thank
10.
you very much for the 50 Swedish krona as we line up on the runway.
I wish you do some more training for visuals.
Oh,
Keep up the good work, sir.
thank you, Virtual Sky Check, for your 50 Swedish krona. You'd like to see some more visual approaches? Well, we could do some of that. One of the things at my operator, we don't allow flight director off flying, so we actually set up a visual approach in the FMC using either a conventional based approach in there, or we build one and then we recycle the flight directors. But perhaps we could do some circuit training or something like that in the future. Anyway, Toga's in chat. Let's line up on runway 24. Oh, I'll turn the HUD on, even though I have no clue what I'm looking at. And this is the special HUD setup. So I guess because I've selected the runway, it's tuned the ILS and things like that, which is pretty cool. I'll mute the alerts. There we are. See how my lineup is in the 7-8. Yeah, sort that view. Little bit off centre line, I think. A little bit off centre line. Right, let's stand the thrust levers up. I don't actually know which point the engines are stabilised at. Seems good about there. Nothing's shooting off there. Toga's on there. Set takeoff thrust. That sounds very 780. I can't quite see my speeds there. Oh gosh, I need to get a HUD view set up. Takeoff thrust indications. Alright, I'm looking down on the PFD. 80 knots checked. I need to get a better eye view here for the heads-up display. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's nice on the takeoff roll. Rudder's a bit Microsoft Flight Sim-y, but it is what it is.
V1.
Hands off thrust levers. There's rotates. Keep on the centre line with rudder. Front use a lot of right rudder there. And we're airborne. Pause rate climb. Excuse me as I use the keyboard. Gears up. I will lie. I'm looking at the PFD, not the HUD. LNAV. Super zoomed in on the ND here. Mike will be able to tell you if it's all looking correct on the heads-up display at least. Whoa, very sensitive. The flight director bar is very sensitive. There's a lot of aircraft that have that sort of issue. Right, there's acceleration and climb thrust. So we'll now lower the nose. The aircraft accelerates to 235 knots. There's the 5 bugs. We're selecting flap 1. Coming up to a left turn on the SID. There's the 1 bug, selecting flap up. There you go, there's a slightly better view on the HUD now. It flies nicely, and I think the 7.8, isn't it when you trim it, you just press the trim once, Mike, or any 787 pilots in chat, and it'll trim for that present speed, so you don't have to like continuously trim. Climbing straight ahead to the Papa Oscar point, and it'll be a left turn. There's 250 knots. We will level off at 80. Yeah, flies nice, but you just tap the trim once and it's perfectly in trim. So look at that. Oh, it's turning now, but all you have to do is press the trim once and it'll trim for that speed. So that flight director bar is like a lot of aircraft in X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. They don't have the most accurate AFDS modelling. It sort of moves very aggressively, and if you turn off it just turns in the other direction quite rapidly. God, look at this rate of climb, nearly 4,000 feet per minute, but we are light. Yeah, look at the flight director bar. Whee! So I'm going to select vertical speed here. Oh, which button's that? I can't see it over here. Yeah, look at that flight director bar. I can't even see vertical speed over here. There we are. 2,000 feet per minute. So the autothrottle's now going to maintain 250 knots. We'll just level off at 80 and engage the automation. Again, I'll get into a better view for the HUD. Oh yeah, there's that dot Mike always talks about. He says put the FPV in the dot. I remember. 1 to go. Yeah, it flies nicely. You know, it's okay for a desktop sim. I'm doing my best. So Mike always told me put that FPV in the dot, like a video game. Oh, it's actually, yeah. When you start actually concentrating on the heads-up display and doing that, it's incredible that is modelled. Anyway, we'll level off at 80, engage the autopilot, and then we'll climb up to cruise level, staying on the SID. SID's taking us in the wrong direction, but it is what it is. Right, out. So the aircraft now pitch down to level off. Oh yeah, follow the FPV onto the dot, and the FPV should stay on the horizon to keep us level, just like with the 737 on the PFD. There we are. All in trim, look at that. Perfect. Oh, I have to say the trimming system works as advertised. Right, autopilot's in, command. Very, very nice. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, I know you need the premium version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but for what is available with the default sim, it's excellent. Right, 380, I'm going to push VNav, and we'll delete the restrictions. So, there we are. Push the button in to delete the restrictions. Up we go. Little aggressive pitching up. and you can see so this is one of the things that Boeing aircraft, it never happens. Look at how the flight director bar is wandering off the white box here. The real aeroplane, the autopilot, the white box never goes off the flight director. The autopilot is that accurate. It never goes. You can see how it's sort of waving around here, you know, so it's sort of trying to find the correct roll rate, the pitch rate here, but in the real life the autopilot never goes off the flight directors. It's Sid taking you to Barber. Yeah, it's a bit of a around the woods look, Sid, but no, we're now going eastbound. We'll make a left turn northbound. I might give myself a cheeky little shortcut in a second. Right, best do the after takeoff checklist. Landing gears up, flaps are up, after takeoff checklist complete, and then we'll do the next checklist, which is descent. Well, I'll just do a little sort of pre-cruise checks myself. So fuel, all the pumps are on. Just check the quantity. We've got 14 tons on board. Lights, they can all come off apart from the strobe. APU's off. Pressurization, that'll be on one of the system pages. So system, air perhaps here. Yes, the cabin documents are all different. Well, the temperature's okay. I have no idea where you find the pressurization system. Stats, there it is. I think it was under this, wasn't it? No.
Orly traffic, EZ 1012 taxiing.
It's pretty well modelled. Oh, what's that? Is that the pressures or temperatures? I think it's the pressures. Anyway, we'll imagine it's fully pressurised. Recall checks complete. We'll take off the belts as well. To auto. There we are. Chris Patnos, hi Captain, just tuning in. Are you using a sound pack? Yes, this is the FT Sim Plus sound pack for the aircraft. Ooh, is that a bit of weather on my weather radar? This is Microsoft Flight Sim default weather. I would take that with a pinch of salt. Right, is anyone on this SID? No, there isn't. I'm just going to give so if it was quiet, you'd get shortcuts. I'm just going to give myself a little French shortcut to PB096. So yeah, that'd be quite a typical if it was quiet, if there's no traffic in that sector. You can just see, look at that, I wanted to sort of demonstrate, look at that flight director bar shooting off to the left. We're alive, pressurization's fired. Glad to hear, Peter. Lovely little add-on, isn't it? Fantastic, look at that. Ah, clouds are superb. Sander Guman, so does Kuro do anything else to just change the model, also change avionics? I'm not so sure. I know very, very little about the mod, but I think there's some other factors that change too. For example, I know on the Dash 10 there was different flap settings, so that's been changed. I'm really not the right person to ask. It just gives you a Dash 8. Benjamin, the clouds of Microsoft Flight Sim are so much better than expected. I'm agreed. They do look much nicer here. They are looking better though, as Greg Scott's just alluded to there. Yes, the recent update which we tried, the beta. Oops, don't forget to set standard. Whoops, I levelled off at 8,000 feet earlier as well, not flight level 80. Whoopsie. So yeah, it's much better in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but the beta, we didn't see much clouds in our stream a couple of days ago because I decided to fly in Morocco, where it was blisteringly hot with no clouds, but perhaps another stream will jump in. I've actually got the 767-400ER updated, which I might try in a future stream. Oh, it's a completely new flight model for the Kuro. There you go. And actually check some of these pre-assigned views. Oh yeah, I don't think they've been quite set up right. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately no cabin models. There we go. Just Climbing well though, 2,400 feet per minute, based on this gross weight. Not bad at all. Sander Gooman, in real life, when do you press the standard button, is that the so-called transition altitude? So yes, typically you'd revert to setting standard, passing the transition altitude. My operator though, we take level busts quite seriously. So whenever we've been cleared to a flight level, as soon as we're at 3,000 feet AGL, regardless of the height of the transition altitude, we always set standard. In the unlikely event ATC then clear you to stop at an altitude on the climb, you just set the QNH, but it's unlikely. Stefan Hayner, just flown the Fokker F-28. Are we sure the engines are running now on the 7.8? It's awfully quiet, I know, in comparison to that loud beast. Yeah, they're running fine. Fuel flow 5 tons an hour per engine in the climb. Do you think about the size of them? That's not bad at all. Scotty2, you're close to 90k subs. Any plans? We'll do a charity stream at 90k. Nothing in fruition yet. Ooh. Mike, question. Does TCAS traffic appear as an arrow like that on the ND in the 787? If it does, that's mega. I've not seen, because obviously I've this for my first time taking the 7.8 on VATSIM. If it does, that's pretty cool. It's an option. Very cool. Have you got that option? I like it. Did your operator tick that box? Virgin have it like that. That's pretty smart. Anyone in chat is interested in following content from a 787 first officer, may I suggest you subscribe to my moderator, Pilot Mike. He is a line pilot on the 787. Thousands of hours on the aircraft. He is in time going to be making content, I believe. And he's also on Instagram. Mike Sierra Charlie. At Mike Sierra Charlie. Benjamin, what do different modes of TCAS do? Well, the only one you're interested in selecting in flight is TARA. That's to ensure that the transponder, the traffic collision avoidance system provides is both traffic and resolution advisories. You'd select TA only if your climb performance is insufficient. So in the event of an engine failure, I don't know about the 7.8, but in the 7.3 you select TA only. Also during a rapid depressurization, because you do not want RAs, because you might get an RA command which is in excess of what the performance of the aircraft is. Ooh, 2 tons, that's really good news. New 727 channel recently created on the FlyJSim Discord. Is version 4 underway? Oh, I hope so. If it's an aircraft I really miss flying, it's the 737-200 Classic and the 727 from FlyJSim. Yeah, this is a cracking add-on though for Microsoft Flight Simulator. More than decent enough to take onto VATSIM. Bit of a headwind here, unfortunately. But then it's our top of climb points. This says ETA at 1854, but I do anticipate holding. And arriving with 8.6 tons of fuel, we need 3.8 to divert. Ross, why do some pilots pronounce TARA Tara? I've never said that, and nor would I ever want to. Kevin, is the HUD worth learning? I'm a casual flight simmer, but it's super distracting and confusing to me, so I don't know if it makes things easier. So if you want to fly the 787 properly, you're going to want to learn to use the heads-up display. Again, Mike was saying, if you haven't, let me grab this video. Mike jumped in on a stream with us last month in the 787, and it was absolutely brilliant. So much great input. In fact, that stream's had about 60,000 views now. And if you really want a deep dive into the 787, I mean, way beyond what I was anticipating prior to the stream, Mike went absolutely overboard with this. It was great. Have a look at this. It's a flight from Manchester to Copenhagen. We're offline off VATSIM, but he went into so much detail about the intricacies of the 787, and a lot of it was about the heads-up display on takeoff, which for me is alien. But Mike explained how it is sort of standard use for 787 pilots. So yes, if you'd like to learn more about the 7.8, I would suggest having a little look at that stream. You're welcome, Kevin. Scotty 2 in the 7.3, how accurate is the progress page? If it is accurate, why do you need to check fuel burn so regularly? You don't really check the fuel burn regularly. You're sort of just... I was just pointing out what it is. The SOP at my operator is in the cruise we check the fuel at least every hour. I do it every 30 minutes against the flight plan, and you're just essentially looking for any potential fuel leaks, which are incredibly rare, but they could potentially happen from the engine. So we do monitor that in the climb. I was just pointing out, you know, it was 5 tons an hour about 3 minutes ago. Look, as we climb, you can see with the same thrust setting in climb, the fuel flow is decreasing because the air density is decreasing. Less thrust available as well. But because we're light, we've only got fuel here to Birmingham plus holding. Even though we've got a full load of passengers, look, we could still do 3,000 feet per minute at this height. That gamer guy, have you accidentally said togas in chat when taking off in real life? Thankfully not. I have very much nearly said alpaca on the line. Somehow I've stopped myself. I've very much said my operator on several streams, much to everyone's amusement. Sometimes go agile. Doesn't the NG Max have heading up display? It's an option, KFC Turbo. Nature Flopson? No, I haven't said that. One day maybe I will do. Oh, thank you very much, Mac FFD09, a long-term member of the channel, over 2 years and maybe 3 with those stars, has just gifted 10 members to the channel. This thing's going to go off like crazy. I can see old members joining, new members joining. Gamer Dio, Chris Panos, KFC Turbo, 5 Mike Alpha, Judy, Lard, Ralph, Skipion, Thomas, Clara Bean, all joining as members. You'll get invited to the members only Discord for a month's free membership. Enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. Thank you very much, Mac FFD09, for your superb generosity. That was a very, very nice. I only mean to do that one. Oh, that was way too loud. Sorry about that.
Wow, it's very nice.
Cheers, Mac. Oh dear. Anyway, oh, look at that. Now I've looked at actually what's going on. Look at that climb performance. It's really, really dropped off here. We'll get rid of the MFRA. And descent is 139 miles away. So when we reach the cruise level, we'll pretty much have to start getting set up for Birmingham. It's going to be super busy. This, guys, it's a very, very busy event.
Approaching minimums.
What's that? What, 5 Mike Alpha? I don't know which one. What? Is it coming up again?
Minimums. Approaching.
Oh no, I think it's just playing catch up. Welcome all of you. Brandon, now you have to start a quiz after playing that chime. Yeah, that is my quiz bongo. Bingo bongo. Oh, we're still on the Sidlow. Almost at the cruise level though.
Approaching minimums.
The weather tilt's down at 2.5. Is that automatic? Don't know. Have to look here.
Minimums.
It is good. This
Approaching
add-on.
minimums.
Better select Jim. Give Jim some traffic data though. There we go.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Peter, I flew into Birmingham about an hour ago and I had to hold twice for nearly 30 minutes in total. Very interesting, Peter. What was the reason? Weather?
Approaching minimums.
1 to go. Just make sure I'm on VATSIM still, yeah. Yeah, all of the UK's online. Every London airport has ATC. Oh wow, there's a lot of aircraft holding at Birmingham. I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aircraft holding at Grove, I think. Eddie, what's the difference between TAONI and TARA for the transponder? One only gives traffic advisories, and the other one will give you a resolution advisory, so an instruction to climb or descend. How's Jack doing? Jack's doing well. Not with me at the moment. I do have some sad news about Jack. No, it's not sad. He's having to have an operation on Monday. Nothing serious at all, but he's chipped a tooth. He's done this in the past. He's had another tooth chipped, and it's cracked, and unfortunately it's having to be extracted, and it has to be done under sedation because of where it is, so they're having to he's had it done before, he's having a second one again, and that's going on Monday, and when he last had this operation he was a bit dopey, so I'll have him from Wednesday and I'll see how he is, but yeah, he's having to have a tooth, one of his other teeth extracted. It's just checking veneers, I can't know. But good news is, one of the things the dentist does is have them cleaned professionally. So I'll have them cleaned whilst he's under. There we are in the cruise. Look at this, beautiful. Oh yes, I was just remembering, talking about dogs, one of our members, Uros's puppy wasn't very well, had, is it parvo disease? But I was very happy to see this afternoon that he's going to make a full recovery as well. We love everyone on the channel, all the members, we all love dogs, pets, animals. Perfect. Right, that's that. There we go. We'll do a fuel check at Opal. We'll just have a quick look at where the FIR boundary is. I think it's Dimmel or Alesso for the UK. It is Kessax or Dimmel. I think it's Dimmel. So hopefully we'll get a ping for ATC soon. Very cloudy, just over northern France. Look at that. That looks so realistic. Eros, you're here! Wow, happy to see you here. Yes, the puppy's doing excellent, excellent. Well, obviously, I saw what you posted yesterday. I was very sad to hear that. I don't know much about what he had, but yeah, I'm glad to hear he's on the mend. Can you ask the vet if I can book a dentist appointment? Probably spend less time waiting. Very likely. Look at this. That is superb. Right, well, no time to waste. When we get checked into London, we'll start setting up the approach of Birmingham, and we'll have to listen out for an alpaca call sign. We are the alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform. But anyway, there's Opal. We're overhead. Let's just do a quick time and fuel check. So we took an extra 5 tons of fuel. Opal 24 minutes. We've been airborne now for 22. Remember they took that nice little shortcut on the SID, so that makes sense. Where have you gone? Should have 6.4. We took an extra 5 tons, so we're looking for 11.4 in the tanks. We've got 11.3, so that's good. We should have burnt 4 tons, which makes sense as well. I don't know how to find fuel burn. So it'll be under system, perhaps. Fuel. Where's fuel used? Ooh, I can't see it there. Well, we know we've got sufficient. Makes sense. Will had to get a filling the other day, very expensive, but I did have an infection. Oof. I'm having a bit of jip with a wisdom tooth. I've got a wisdom tooth at the bottom, but it's on its side. It's going to be difficult to extract. But I get a lot of food caught in it. It sounds a bit yucky, but just have to make sure it's brushed well. But I don't have any fillings, Will, luckily. Mac, my profile pic is of my daughter's second service dog. Wow. He passed a brain tumour at 4 years. First on, dies of cancer at 11 years. Oh dear. Hopefully a new one won't have any problems. Dogs are hard to lose in humans. No, Mac, I dread the day that Jack passes. He's going to be 9 next year. Labradors typically live 10 to 12, older if you're lucky. The good news is, from a puppy, he's been treated with love and care, and he's fed the best food. He's on medication now for his arthritis. He has very stiff joints, very typical for Labradors. And what's this stuff he's on here? U-Move, the advanced U-Move 360. Since he started taking that last year, massive improvement in his mobility with his rear legs. But yeah, he's very much looked after. No alpaca livery for the 7.8. We're losing our culture slot. No, I know. Livery pages are all very busy, I think, at the moment. But hopefully one day we'll get a 7.8 livery. I mean, with the popularity, I think, of this aircraft and the Kuro mod, hopefully we'll have an Alpaca Aries livery at some point. But if there isn't one, I usually take the sort of stock livery or launch livery for it, which works quite well. I know sometimes you guys like me to fly a real operator's airline. I did consider that today, perhaps going in a TUI's aircraft or British Airways one, but I thought, nah, I'm gonna go Alpaca. Stephen, I had a lot of fun when I got my wisdoms taken out with the evacuated prescription I received. I spent a week doing my best Dr. House impression. Yeah, he's done x-rays. It's quite close to the nerve, so he said extracting it, you know, if I have to, I will. But where it's positioned, it just sometimes I catch my inside of my mouth, and it causes, like, you know, an ulcer. It's fine at the moment, but yeah, I think it will have to get whipped out in the next few years. It's fine for now. Right, entering UK airspace shortly, approaching the English Channel as well. Again, very cloudy here. I have to say, Microsoft Flight Sim Live weather at the higher altitudes is quite nice. Seems to be a lot more stable. I don't know if they pushed an update out, but remember there was an update not so long ago where this was just jumping up and down continuously. Seems to be quite fine, working quite well now. Baby Boosh, you have 3 lab mixes, a Labradoodle and a Minpin. Love all my words, amazing. My girlfriend's mum has a Labradoodle called Dylan, exact same age as Jack, and they get on like a house on fire. It's so funny seeing them. You might have seen it on my Instagram story. I posted them both together about a couple of weeks ago. North Sky Aviation, do you ever fly into Newcastle? Recently started as a dispatcher. I have flown out of Newcastle recently as well, but not in the last sort of not frequently, not in the last few months or so. Eros, for the wisdom, sometimes they can only take off the crown to avoid the risk of nerve damage. Ask about that if it's giving you issues. That's what I did. At the moment it's fine, Eros. I just, it's on its side, and it just sometimes, as I said, gets food stuck in there. I've got like an extra long toothbrush to get at it. But at the moment it's fine. I'll only have it taken out if it causes discomfort. Oh, look on the chat. We've got all. We're talking about teeth and dogs. Love it. Oh dear, we do love a dog on the Flight Deck to Sim channel. Oh dear. Right, I'm expecting a ding-dong from ATC any second. We better start setting up. Oh, cracker, yeah, only 70 miles. Oh, I was resting my feet on the runners there. 70 miles from top of descent here. So let's start setting up. I don't know if there's a descent page here on the forecast descent page. We've got 240 below 100, which is fine. Forecast page. Oh, we do have some winds to put in here. I presume this. I don't know if I did this with Mike last stream. Well, let's put the winds in anyway. 310. 200 and 100, and we've got 301 at 52, uh, 200 is 309 at 18, and 100 is 342 at 16. QNH, I don't think I can put in anywhere. Well, we'll leave that for now. Fixed rings. Now, what was the correct way of putting these in? Was it the same as the 7.3, I wonder? This is just for situation awareness. Oh, yes. /10. We're going to configure a little earlier today, maybe around 6 miles. 3 times height. 12, 114. Ah! Where are my lovely fix rings? I put them in, but I can't see them. Ah, there we are. There's a ding dong. Oh. No, where's my lovely fix rings? Ignore that. That's something we need to tidy up here. Let me just contact ATC first. London Centre. Right, this is going to be busy on this frequency. Oh, it's a bit of a pain to tune. This radio tuning panel takes absolutely ages. There we are. It's active. Oh, I was expecting a lot of talking, but it's very quiet.
Channel 59 under control, hello, climb flight level 350.
Has he read that back? I don't know, it's very quiet.
Channel 59, you can route direct from that one now. Sorry, we crossed there. Channel 529, route direct from Malmo.
Don't know where he is.
Channel 529 negative, direct from Malmo. Lima, Echo, Lima, November, Alpha.
So for the ILS, runway 33, minimum is cap 1528. Course is a minimum. The course is an ILS I don't need to tune. I just need to literally set the minimums.
Hello, when ready,
528.
descend flight level 220,
Brief in a
level by
second, of
Hemel.
course. You said it perfectly.
Which point?
Hemel.
F1 57 Bravo Papa, be level by Hemel.
25 knot crosswind in Birmingham. Wonderful. London Centre, hello. It's Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, flight level 380 Rotno.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, London, hello. Squawk 0372, Hemel 1 Bravo for Birmingham.
Squawk 0372, Hemel 1 Bravo, Birmingham, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. 07372.
Hello, flight level 170, Exton.
A-line 2 Bravo 9, corner control, hello. Squawk 0350, Silver 1 Bravo for Birmingham.
So let's, yeah, I don't know why my fix rings haven't worked. Is that correct? Have I put them in? Oh, we'll have to see when we get closer. But I've put some stuff in. I'll get rid of the descent ring. Oh, what does this say? Bearing distance entries must contain either a bearing with 3 digits or a distance preceded by a slash. Well, or both. That's what I did. Yes. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's have a look at this star first. So I am anticipating holding. So go to legs page, Hemel. It's where the arrival starts.
Echo,
220 below, or at 220 checks the FMC. Buzzard, Welland, Puffax max 250. Checks Honolly 90. We just need to change the transition level. Oh, it's all blacked out. How do I change the transition level on the FMC? There we are. It'll be something. I'll put.
Echo, Zulu 1012 London.
It'll be something like 6,000 feet or something. Oh, have I got the 80s? Let me just grab the 80s.
Your call sign is, you might have followed it wrong, and it's Echo Zulu currently. If you want easy, it should be Echo Zulu Yankee.
Oops.
Apologies, yeah, I'll switch it quick. Thanks, and you'll have to refollow your flight plan as well once you change the call sign, please. You got it.
It's probably from the US. It's probably it wasn't sure about the US or EasyJet's IATA code. I can't see what the transition level is. I'm going to put 6.5. It's usually around that. That usually works. Does it want 065? I wonder. Yay! There we are. So it should now correctly depict the correct height. So 90 on Honolly. That checks in the FMC. Honolly to Oscott. Oscott 210 knots, max 210, and then it's a left turn to Grove. Now I'm going to enter the hold at Grove now.
Climb flight level 230.
Roger, climb flight level 230, Arbea 320, thank you.
Easy 1012, thanks. Squawk
Is the hold actually based off Grove?
756.
Yes, Grove is. Oh, it's actually based off Oscott. I actually don't know what the hold. No, hold's based off Grove. By Grove.
Station calling again, please call someone.
I think the holding's based off Grove. Transition 6,000. Okay, well 6.5 is fine level. It's only to get the FMC That's something I believe Kuro hasn't
Station
modelled
2 London,
correctly.
Takeoff,
What's that,
please,
the
call
fixed
to
wings or
runway.
something else? Yeah, I'm going to go for the holding at Grove. So Grove, hold, and it's 103 right-hand turns. I can easily change it anyway. Perfect, and the legs stand time 1 minute.
3 leaving. Can you just confirm your call sign, please?
Yeah, Roger, my mistake. Yeah,
You had to hold it well in before Grove. Oh, I tell you what. After all that hard work, we'll erase it and see what happens to us. So that's the routing. We're happy it's going to take us towards that. If it wasn't busy and anticipating holding, we'd expect a straight in for 3-3, and you liaise with London to get lower than this restriction, because 90 at Honolulu is impossible to get straight in then. ILS wise, after holding, we can expect vectors for ILS 33.
London Control EG69 Delta Mike passing flight level 1.
So frequencies, it's a 7-8, it'll do that for me. Courses, it'll do for me. There's no way to save me courses on the MCP. And the minimums we've set already, 528 feet. Avionics is 550 metres of all lights. MSA no terrain issues, 25 to the northwest. And then onto the runway.
Direct to Coxie for EG600 Delta Mike.
It's a nice long runway, 3,000 metres available. We'll plan to vacate at Bravo, right Alpha, taxi on to standard. Unfortunately, I've only got stock scenery for Birmingham for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so wish me luck taxiing on to standard. It's as simple as that. Mike, I have a question. In the event of go around, what's the standard go around flap setting? It's go around flap 20, or is it go around flap 50?
5-7 Bravo, Papa Contact London, 121.025, goodbye.
121.025.
Andy, to be fair, the residents of Wellingborough deserve all of that noise of many, many jets holding over there. Is that where it is?
Speedbird 45 Golf London, hello, climb flight level 290.
There we are, south of the UK, just across the coastline. Let's see where we are geographically. Going to be right over London, look. Have a Tiger. Tunbridge Wells is about to hear some Trent 1000s. I've just got the latest ATIS from Birmingham as well. Information Juliet at 1750, should probably be updated. Runway 33, surface winds 320 at 12, down the runway pretty much. 6 kilometres visibility, light rain, scattered 1500, broken 3200.
Lufthansa 3 Tango Kilo,
13 degrees.
Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
No, is it? Flipping heck, it's 13 degrees in Birmingham. It's August, 13 degrees. What is going on? Someone told me it was the, over the last 100 years, it was the 80th hottest in the UK or something this month. Right, top of descent's coming up for the 220 restriction. Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, request descent.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, expect flight level 220 level, Hemel, descend flight level 290.
7 flight level 290, expecting 220 level by Hemel, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So 290 is in the FMC. I'll push this in for idle VNAV speed. I just wanted to do 1,000 feet per minute, Mike. Well, that was closed quickly.
Speedbird 3
how do I just do nice, easy, gentle descent without doing... I don't want an idle path descent. Vertical speed. How do I just do normal VNAV 1,000 feet per minute? I'll just do vertical speed initially. Ooh, it's a bit aggressive in VS there.
Arabia 320,
13 in Oslo, I'll take 13 a day. Currently 4 in Australia. That's you're in winter, isn't it? It's been biblical rate. I know, Jonathan. That's why we decided to go to the cinema.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, descend flight level 220 level Hemel.
7 flight level 220 level Hemel, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So 220 is set. Ooh, now that's not right. The speed window 301 knots. Why is it opened up at that? Surely it should open up at your present speed. Right, VNAV's coming in now. So let's go. As soon as we're on profile, I'm going to select VNAV and hopefully it will go into path. VNAV path. There we are, idle. Oh, it's aggressive. Look at that. Look, that'll make you that'll make your sandwiches come up. Whoa! Do you see that? Oh, I think Microsoft Flight Sim did some weird stuff there. Oh my god! We're all gonna die. Right, sorted itself out. So we're on path. Hopefully the altitude at which we reached 220 is at Hemel. There we go. There we go. Cool, burn it. Yeah, Mike, the aeroplane will never bug your speed into the Barbo's pole. I don't know at what point it went did that. I went vertical speed, and I mean the speed window in the 7.3 opens up at your present speed if you do that, or Mach number if you're at this height. But yeah, it seems to have sorted itself out now. It's targeting Mach decimal 8 in the descent. That's very, very speedy.
Navigation direct to Kona.
In fact, that giant black cloud which was here just now will be roughly at Birmingham as you approach. Lovely.
Resume all navigation direct to Kona 33 Lima.
Well, so far so good. At least we're in the descent now. Let's see what happens when we get a bit closer. I love these busy VATSIM events. There's London. Somewhere down there. Rip. Yeah, I don't like this this stock Microsoft Flight Sim weather radar. It's a bit ugh. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned by how this is all depicted on the
Sorry,
what's going on
London.
here?
Hello, you filed a flight plan from Gatwick to Geneva. I'd like you to refile from Geneva to Gatwick, please.
Oops.
Back. I have issues with my electric.
What was that? A pan call? What was this pan call for?
Qatari 222, I'm unable to deal with that right now, I'm afraid, as sector below me is about to close, so I'm going to get very busy shortly, so I'd like you to disconnect from the network, please, and continue offline.
He said pan over something.
If possible, like, can I descend into Gatwick as normal traffic?
Qatari 222, you can continue to Gatwick as regular traffic, but I can't give you priority currently.
I heard a pan call. I don't exactly know why. The funniest VATSIM, I heard a Mayday call once because what was it? You couldn't see out the window. I think it was one of my first ever VATSIM streams. It's like pan. No, it was like Mayday. I can't see out the window.
Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform, contact London 121.025. Goodbye.
121025. Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform. Bye.
Easy 69 Delta Mike 102 Unicom 122 Decimal. Goodbye.
22 decimal for easy 69 Delta Mike.
There we are. 121.
Qatari 22.
025.
Please, your current
He's having a nightmare, that old Qatari.
climb flight level 110, Lucky 0.
55 for 200 level visit.
Hello, descend flight level 160. Easy 75 Charlie.
Busy controller.
150.
Send 150, E75.
I was doing a good job for 220 at hell at
5
least.
Alpha November, speed 220 knots.
I'm going down at a rate of knots.
November Bravo Kilo, route direct Honolulu, descend flight level 130.
I'm turning off this weather radar, it's just...
Bravo Kilo.
London, hello, it's Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform, descending flight level 220 level Hemel.
Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform, hello, descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200, Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform. It's 200 set. So after that Hemel restriction, next waypoint is 200 at Buzzard. So it's probably just going to probably pitch up slightly to get back on the profile. Leave it VNAV. It's descending. Ooh, speed's getting a bit high now. We're going to monitor this. So we don't mind it going a bit fast. You know, you don't want to start adding or losing any excessive energy if you don't need to. Unless you're assigned to speed by ATC, of course.
955, turn right heading 175.
A quick question, in your airline, does the cabin control the cabin lighting, or do you cabin crew control all the lighting in the cabin?
Time get one.
So our Hemel 220 did a good job there, VNAV making that restriction. Let's see if it levels off here to make the next restriction, or is it going to continue descending? VNAV speed, so it's going to pitch down, pitch to 300 knots now, and the profile's ran off below. It shouldn't really do that, unless that restriction left us high, which it could have done.
220, do we expect further holding? November Bravo Kilo.
You expect suction shortly from Birmingham. They're flowing quite well, actually.
Oh, cool. That
Roger.
sounds promising.
November Bravo Kilo, contact Birmingham radar 123.975. Bye bye.
123975, November Bravo Kilo, thanks, bye bye.
London Control, Ryanair 6 Sierra Kilo, passing 5,000, climbing 8,000.
Ryanair 60 Kilo, hello, climb flight level 8, climb flight level 160.
Want to go, and we're on profile again. Perfect.
Next 5 Alpha November, contact London
How do you know
Control,
VNAV's in profile? Because we
129.45,
checked
bye-bye.
the heights and restrictions in the briefing stage,
129.45,
Benjamin, and VNAV's going to give us the consent to ensure that. I love these. I want this option in my aircraft. Why don't we have these arrows showing the direction? That's so cool.
Speedbird 1456 requesting
Never seen that
direct to
before.
Tango November Tango and high altitude.
High attitude.
1456, Elvis, climb flight level 320.
Or high altitude, maybe.
Roger, climbing altitude 320, direct to Elvis.
So that's our cleared level, so we're probably going to get high on profile now. So what I'll do, we're not under any speed control. I'm going to open the speed window, bring the speed back to around 250 knots, and then we can trade our energy, potentially to kinetic when we get further descent. Again, VNAV is telling us to stay on profile here to make this restriction latent Honolly at 90, but we might have to hold. See what happens.
Target 431, climb flight level 150.
Anyway, look, he won't be able to descend us. Look, just traffic 1,000 feet below 10 miles ahead.
955, resume around navigation direct.
Well, he should be able to get us down. We'll just bring the speed back.
Direct and Lufthansa 955.
Tomjet 431, resume around navigation direct M. Cook.
Direct and Cook, Tomjet 431.
EG75 Charlie Echo, contact London Control 134.125.
Fantastic. 0321 sure the diamond should be in the centre of the magenta line.
Neptune 904, climb flight level 120.
This one here? Looks good to me. Hopefully we'll get further descent shortly. We've got aircraft directly ahead of us, 10 miles.
Channel 96 Papa Sierra, hello, climb flight level
Can't see
100.
him.
Climb flight level 100, Channel 96 Fox.
Bit grim out there. Alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform, request further descent.
Alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform, we're holding, I'm afraid. Enter the hold at Welling, inbound heading 330 degrees right hand turn. We'll get you a descent shortly.
Hold well in 330 right hand turns. Alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform, maintaining flight level 200. Right, holding at Welland. I thought he said it was hot, flowing nicely. Right, hold. That's very far away.
Alright, France 57 Bravo Papa,
Ooh.
flight level 160.
Hold at Welland, but where's the hold page gone? There we go.
Alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform, descent flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, Alpaca 7-8 kilo uniform. So we're going to use vertical speed now. If you're holding, there's no point using VNAV and descending quickly. So we're just going to do 500 feet, well, 1,000 feet per minute in the hold.
129.45.
He wanted 330 right.
129.
Neptune 94, climb flight level
1 minute isn't
170.
correct. It should be 1.5 at this height. There we are. Execute. Right, holds in. Let's see how it performs.
Bookie
Best
01,
hold speeds.
Silver 1
Are we
Lima
going to
arrival
get
for
that?
Stansted.
No. So the up speed should appear below 200, which it has. Okay, we'll do about 225
Silver
knots.
1 Lima for Stansted.
Oh no, we can do
Silver 1 Lima,
225.
back
There we are,
at
entering the hold at Welland. So far, so good. Oh, 321 short to reacting to question chat.
Climb
Got
flight
you.
level 120.
Oh, look, see other aircraft in the hold. 1, 2, 3.
Spirit 1456 is now on ATC, continue on Unicom, bye-bye.
Just reset a view there for Jim. Let's see if we can see the other aircraft in the hold. Oh, there it is. Don't know if you can see that with the stream loss of latency or whatever in the. Can you see that there? Look, where my mouse is, just above the mouse. There he is. Look. Cool. And there's someone holding over there as well. There he is.
425, bye-bye.
Yeah, that was surprisingly easy for the Kuro. The only thing was it didn't bring up the hold page when I selected hold, which it would do in the 7.3, and it did earlier with the waypoint over at Grove. But it's in. Let's see how it performs for a stock. What is such a stock default aircraft? Superb. I see a moving pixel. Well spotted, citizen F1.
431, contact limit control 135.
Brandon, how is separation
Sorry,
maintained in the hold
1329,
by
decimal
altitude?
45,
You can have no one else at the
145.
same altitude in the hold. So all these aircraft are being cleared. It's usually 1,000 foot steps if it's super busy. Anyway, approaching well in. Hopefully a right turn now to hold. There it goes. Good work, Kuro. / working title / Microsoft Flight Simulator / everyone that made this. Now, I must remind you all, I have not landed the 787-8 Kuro. Could get interesting.
160 Kilo, landing control.
Which reminds me, I've just forgot to turn on the landing rate
Take
calculator for this sim, so you might just see something flash up in front of you. There we go. No, you didn't.
160 Kilo, contact landing control 129 decimal 4.
Approaching 170, cleared level, and you can see that traffic's all below us. How hard are other aircraft to spot in real life? In the hold like this, if you've got aircraft in the hold 1,000 feet below and they're sort of crossing close to you, it's very easy to spot. But sort of the other side of the hold, not so much. Not so much. Liam, you tell us this now as we're in the descent? Yes. There we are. Right, let's assess the fuel. Remember, we need 3.8 tonnes to divert. We've got 9.6, so we've got an extra hour's worth of holding fuel. And I mean, we're only burning 4 tonnes an hour here, so we've got an excess of an hour's worth of holding fuel, which we planned for.
5 miles, 6 miles from dip, just request.
Which reminds me, I'm not going to start the flight recorder, I'm just going to open the app in the background so I can start it on final. So I don't have to do it whilst hand flying, which I've done before.
Yeah, 399. I'll get you a short further descent shortly after dip, sorry.
Okay, would you like me to continue on this heading then?
Yes, please.
Do seatbelts need to come on in the hold, or is it just by altitude? Usually by altitude. I mean, this is a bit unusual. If you're having to hold at this sort of height so far from the airport, something catastrophically has gone wrong, you know, a major incident, and you'd be very much considering diverting. So sort of holding at these sort of heights is unusual. But if this was to happen, let's say, and we were going to Birmingham, we knew about this, I'd leave the belts on at this stage. Just let people use the facilities and whatnot. The 787 has such a nice cockpit in my opinion. I think it's stunning. Very aesthetically pleasing to see.
Down to 250.
Nice overhead panel. Taylor, do we need... Oh, for goodness sake. There's always idiots, you know. Anyway, they've got plenty of moderators on here, so he'll get an IP on ban, won't he? Yeah, the power line adapter, definitely the issue. Yeah, 100% max. I've done 2 streams since, no, 1 stream since in X-Plane, and I've obviously been playing around with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I couldn't really think what else it is, because I had BT round. They inspected the line, checked the line for the fibre optic connection, see if there's any light loss. They said it's all perfect, there's no issues, no signal loss. So the next thing was to decide to say, well, let's eliminate the power line adapter. I've used it for a long time and it's been great, but it's always sort of restricted. I have 300 meg download, you know, I can have more, but that's all I pay for. And I was being heavily restricted by the power line anyway, to about 70 meg download and about 20-30 upload. As soon as I just plugged in the cable, I don't know if that was a B, was it? As soon as I plugged in the cable, got rid of all, straight away got the fastest speeds, and then I saw the issue. Look at this, my question, engine anti-ice is on. Is that because it's detected visible moisture? Amazing if it is. So there's still traffic holding 1,000 feet below, look, overhead Welling. This arrow is great, because it gives you a real rough idea of where, not only the height of the aircraft is, you always know, but you can also see where they are in relation to the you and the hold here. That's fantastic.
There's other inbound streams as well, don't forget there's another 2 streams we're trying to merge all together, so there's a bit of a delay for you guys. We'll get you down as soon as we can.
So what's the current situation in Birmingham with regards to... Oh yeah, look, you can see aircraft holding to the north as well. So guys doing Dublin, Birmingham. There was all the Ryanairs there. You can see holding to the north, and obviously we're holding to the south. Oh, we're getting a TA there. Now TA. Oh yeah, no, that. If oh, guys, really sorry about that. It's just you just get stupid idiots like that. But we won't give them the time. You can see, look, got traffic straight ahead descending, but it came up with a TA because it was descending quite quickly. You can see he's just there. So you can just see there's the 1,000-foot clearance there. How does TCAS know which way they're facing? Fascinating. Yeah, I really don't know. That's something I didn't think it could do, but obviously for this aircraft it could. There we are. But that's when they're only 1,000 feet away like that. That's how close you get.
Hello.
Yeah, I've just got yeah, diagnosis. I think it's getting sorted. Swarm, sorry I missed your answer. Are the hold speeds and altitudes 265 knots at 14,000 above different in the UK from the US? It's what are the heights and speeds exactly off the top of my head? I don't know, but they're sort of advisory speeds, which you wouldn't actually hold at these these heights and speeds. Heading the aeroplane is probably below and just flying cloud, absolutely. Holding it well in we are, Nick.
Hello, speed 2.
TCAS measures speed coming towards your way, thus drives it comes towards your way. Yes, I guess that's how normally it works, but how is it actually sort of this direction it's generating? Is it, as an option on the 7.8, it's really cool.
Enter the hold at Welling, inbound heading 330 degrees, right hand turn.
Rise of NASCAR! Yeah, with the cars zipping around.
Cockpit 2 to X-ray, enter the hold at Welling, inbound heading 330 degrees, right hand turn.
There you go, there's another one entering the hold. We've been at 170 for a short mile.
Cockpit 2 to X-ray, enter the hold at Welling, inbound 330 degrees, right hand turn.
Interesting, Brendan.
Good evening, Turkish 137.
Turkish 137, that's finished.
Are we requesting further descent?
Shouldn't be with me. Go back to your previous sector, please.
Go bye.
9, turn right heading 120 degrees, cleared ILS from 07.
Can I request vectors? I don't think I have enough time to get out from this.
Always gonna like that workload.
Yeah, tram 399, continue descent altitude 3000, and continue to turn right, heading to...
I don't know how these area controllers who, not only controlling all of us holding here at Welling, all the inbounds into Birmingham in this busy event, he's giving vectors to an aircraft onto an airport as well, it's amazing. Taylor Old, you never answered my question, but do we need to consider diverting right now? I did, didn't I? No, I think that we checked the fuel there, didn't I? Sorry if I misinterpreted your question then. No, we've got 9.3 tonnes of fuel on board. We're burning barely 4 tonnes an hour. We need 3.8 to divert. So we've got about 45 minutes at least before I sort of need to think about, right, what options do we have? Obviously, we know why we're holding in real life. This situation, I'd probably be considering diverting now. Because obviously, we've got multiple aircraft ahead of us, but you've got to sort of play the game a bit on that.
Hold it well in, inbound heading 330 degrees, right hand turn.
Very busy. But the crew boss is doing a great job. Nearest possible sensible option is East Midlands. So we streamed into there recently. We've got... Well, Heathrow, no, we don't want to go south. Luton's a possibility, but the 7.8 is probably a bit of a tight squeeze for Luton.
Okay, mate, 3 Foxtrot, your turn left now, direct Honolulu.
Let's see what happens.
Left direct Honolulu, kilometer.
Perfect. Stephen, I can see you about with 5 other aircraft in the whole of the map. It's super busy.
That's correct.
We've got aircraft right ahead of us.
Control, EG6 Tango has just departed Birmingham runway 33, climbing 6 4000.
Shenzhen, Leeds, Bradford. No, well, you can get a 7-8 into Leeds, but it is not suitable.
Bravo, climb flight level 19.
Probably the most closest suitable airport is probably sort of where a commercial 7-8 would go. Would probably be Manchester.
Plans are on heads up, Papa, contact London Control 129.425, bye-bye.
Thing is also the Pirigui. Oh no, I do still have the Pirigui scenery installed, so it could be nice to divert to East Midlands.
Sorry, this is wrong frequency for you there. It should be.
Yeah, Manchester's a little bit further up the road.
725, bye-bye.
And the closest runway from where you are is Well, I dare you. Yeah, we can't be too far from Peterborough holding at Welland. Welling's overhead Northampton. 9.2 tons aboard. I think you can get to Paris. Yeah, we could get to Paris with this, no problem. The trip fuel is 5766. Would be a problem. That's for the entire sector. Sywell would be hilarious. Yeah, probably. Let me just get a map up. Hold on. So we're holding at Welland. There's Northampton. So yeah, East Midlands would be probably the largest, most suitable airport for the 7-8. So we could just head sort of northwest. Manchester's up here, and that's our planned alternate. So we could change our alternate en route to East Midlands, and we would need definitely, 3.8 would be sufficient because that's enough to get to Manchester. Let's see what happens. In real life, you'd obviously bombarding the ATC with estimated approach times. I might ask him in a bit, but obviously this is a busy VATSIM event. But yeah, credit to Kuro for making a great mod. It's holding very nicely, holding the speed well, holding flight level perfectly. I mean, when the PMDG was released, it couldn't maintain altitude at all. The altitude holding was rubbish. That is fantastic.
London Control with 01 Papa Echo speed 270.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 Papa Echo, what's the position? Got you, let's go 1 Papa Echo, stop you 10 flight level 240.
Probably 10 240.
Well, that's getting darker and darker. Sure looks nice. Beautiful exterior shot. Was looking good.
Since an
F1, what calculation do you do to determine how many hours of fuel you have left? Well, in the 7.3 we use a conservative figure of 2.4 tonnes an hour. I don't think there's there will be another one for the 7.8. The flight plan sort of suggesting that conservatively this aircraft's burning double that, about 4.8 tonnes an hour. So I'm sort of using that as the figure off SimBrief. We've got 9 tonnes and I know we need 4 to divert. So that's it's another we got so much gas. This bird is it's actually far more fuel efficient than I thought it would be. I mean, I don't know if Mike's still around. Is holding a 170 holding speed? Is this the correct fuel flow? It's very low, 3.2. I based it off the SimBrief flight plan, which is obviously for the entire sector, so it's going to be higher. 4.8 an hour, so it can actually hold a lot longer than I think. What I thought we could hold for. Mike, is that a sort of realistic fuel burn? 17,000 feet holding speed, 1.6 tonnes an hour. I work off 4 tonnes per hour. Now, I guess that's a very conservative amount. There you go, guys. So if you're wanting to take extra fuel, use 4 tonnes an hour. So for every extra 30 minutes, take 2 tonnes. I took 4.8, so I've got actually got about an hour and 15 minutes. How long have we been airborne now? 1 hour 3 minutes. Expected flight time 1 hour 10.
Sorry about that.
Easy 6 Tango.
6 Tango ahead.
We are requesting flight level increase.
I've got traffic above you, sorry I can't.
Parliament, how do you get fuel figure in terms of hours and minutes? So we just use a nice simple divisible number into hours. So for example, in the 737 we conservatively say we burn 2.4 tonnes an hour. In reality it's less than that. So 2.4 tons is a lovely number because 30 minutes, you know, is 1,200 kilos. 600 is 15 minutes. 4 tons, Mike just suggested for the 7.8. Nice conservative figure. It's less, but 2 tons, you know, is going to be 30 minutes. 1 ton, 15 minutes.
Easy 1012, descend flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, easy 1012.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, descend flight level 160.
Descent flight level 160, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So
Character
160 sets, 1,000 feet per minute. So yeah, I was saying, let's see if the engine anti-ice turns on if we go into this cloud.
Everybody that's holding at Welling, please reduce speed 220 knots. Runway holding. No, they need to respond. Just reduce speed 220 knots. It'll get you in a lot quicker.
There we are, 220. We'll plan that. We'll plan 220 after leaving the hold as well.
Right, 2425. Hello, climb flight level 130.
Something 130, random dispatch.
Easy 6 Tango, climb flight level 190.
So he stepped us down, and he stepped the guy ahead of us down as well. And 1,000 feet per minute is the standard holding descent rate. Look at that. It's mega, isn't it?
Papa Golf Mike, speed 220 knots.
Papa Golf Mike, we are already doing 220.
Thank you, Papa Golf Mike, contact Birmingham Radar.
Bloodline is a conventional call all aircraft in the hold.
13975.
It's usually a way of air traffic control reducing his workload instead of calling each people individually. What you hear traffic do sometimes when there's a QNH change, they'll call aircraft usually at the whole point or on the runway, the QNH change, then they'll say all traffic UQNH 1015 for example. Just levelled off then. Yeah, the Trent 1000 spooling up. It looks epic, doesn't it? Someone asked about what quality. This is high-end 1080. I hope the quality translates nicely onto whatever you're watching this stream on TV, PC, phone. It looks epic for me. Exactly as Mike said, all stations. Scotty, if you overfuel, how long can the fuel sit in the tanks unblemished? That's one for an engineer, that is. Or is it sucked out and credited back to the airline in pounds? Well, if fuel is ever removed from aircraft, it can't be reused. It has to go to waste, I know that. But yeah, the any unused fuel on a flight will just be there ready for the next sector. Now, what can sometimes happen operationally is, let's say an aircraft is planned to fly from Birmingham to Tenerife, and for operational reasons or a technical issue they had to change aircraft. You've then got to fuel with fuel to get to Tenerife, so you're talking 15, 16 tons in a 737. That flight then might get allocated to a shorter sector. They won't try and do that, but if for whatever reason they have to, you might actually have to do a high fuel burn flight, such as high drag approach, or do something to get the aircraft below max landing weight. But yes, it can happen. I have had that happen before. I've not had to defuel, but I did a very short sector, landed with max landing weight for about 14 tons of fuel. But thankfully the flight was quite quiet.
Enter the hold at Welling.
Yeah, Mike, defueling causes major administration issues. Yes, I wouldn't mind taking it, put it in my car.
Enter the hold at Welling, inbound course 330.
Does CPDLC have area broadcast? It does, Cat. I've seen it happen where someone's had a stuck mic, and obviously this guy was transmitting, and HC sent a message on CPDLC saying check stuck mic, and everyone on that frequency got it because people started saying, oh, I just got a CPDLC message, but it was actually to all people on station. 73 Jetson, no it can't, Jonathan Wiltshire, but it can land above max landing weight in an emergency. Including a medical emergency, you are permitted to land above max landing weight.
119.725, bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't know how your car would be if you stuck your tail in the tank.
6 Tango, contact London 129.7425, bye-bye.
129.425, E6 Tango.
I don't know what happened to my fix rings. let's see where we are on the hold. There is unfortunately traffic
Hello.
below us. He's doing 1 minute. These two guys are doing 1 minute holds, and I'm doing 1.5 minutes. So they are cutting inside. And there is one guy below me, so he'll get peeled off before I do.
Uniform, thank you. Hold at Welling, inbound 330 degrees, right hand turn. Tax 64 Sierra, climb flight level 190.
Flight level 190, China 64 Sierra.
China 120 Romeo, climb flight level 120.
120, China 120 Romeo.
Look at that. Can you see the jumbo, guys?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Kanopki. Appreciate that. I'm trying.
This is row 1 seat 3, getting dizzy. Please land.
We're working on it. Thanks again for a donation, Kanopki. We're doing everything we can to land. Thank you. Yeah, well, excuse the wake of the 747, but that is looking very epic in this sim. Look at that. Amazing.
Tax 64 Sierra, contact limit control 129.425. Bye.
Epic. Looks really good. There's his turn. Hopefully we'll follow him.
I've had 57 Bravo, Papa, descend flight level 14.
There we go.
140, 57 Bravo.
You're like Gollum with your fixed rings. Ah! Precious fixed rings. Let's never repeat that again.
Number 220 direct to handle.
Potatoes.
627 knots.
Nomadic 1 November, hello, start between flight level 250, reduce speed.
What's our estimated approach time? Not sure, Ross. Been holding for about 20 minutes now.
2 Battery and 2 Battery knots, Nomadic 1 November.
Fantastic. Lord of the fixed rings. I love my fixed rings.
Sorry, you're going to be holding shortly. In fact, here comes your holding. It's putting us into the hold at Welling, inbound heading 330.
Another one enters the hold. Yeah, so I was just looking up the holding altitudes. Yeah, 230 knots below 14,000. It should be 240 knots at this height. But it's the timings. I was trying to remind myself at what point does it become a minute and a minute and a half? Is it 10,000? 1.5 minutes above 14,000. That's it. So 14,000 and 1 minute and 1.5 minutes below is 1. So we're right at 1.5 minutes. So what would you do if VATSIM controller went offline and sent you all back to Unicom right now? We'd make a beeline to the centre fix 3-3. Wuxian, yeah, 14,000, that's correct. Pilot Manu, a flight simmer's dream. What would you do in an event of an emergency in a passenger aircraft that you're flying in? Both pilots are incapacitated. You're the only one who is a pilot, but you're not type rated on that plane. Well, the chances of that happening are extremely low, but you know, you'd have to, in this situation, convince the purser that you are type rated or flown, and use some sort of evidence. If it was very much under the fact that both pilots were incapacitated, they'd have to consider that as an option. London, Alpaca 78 Kilo Uniform. Sorry, I know you're very busy. Any estimated approach time for us?
Alpine 78 Kilo Uniform, say again.
Any estimated approach time for us?
No, sorry, but we're just bringing in another controller online to split this sector, so stand by, I'll get you some instructions.
Yeah, no problem. I know you're super busy. Thank you. Yeah, these sort of events, you've sort of got to balance the realism. You know, obviously this is unrealistic. Birmingham having 60 arrivals in the space of 1 hour, and they can't physically get them all in. You know, I just want to sort of, for the sake of you guys, and I'm streaming, you know, up to a certain time. See if we can get some sort of time there. But in reality, if I'd taken standard fuel on this sector, which I probably would have done, I would have diverted by now. So you've got to sort of balance the realism with also taking part in the event and getting down in Birmingham with all this traffic, which is good fun. Exactly, as you've just pointed out, Black Doctor 08. Jorge, hello Captain. As part of my final project for my aerospace engineering degree, I wanted to propose a new HUD of the avionics. Is there anything that you, a pilot, miss when looking at your HUD? Well, I don't miss looking at the HUD, Jorge, because I don't have one. That would be something you could propose to Mike. There you go, he's just answered. But I certainly know that people that transition onto 7.8, speaking to Mike and others, it takes a lot of getting used to the HUD-up display, but once you sort of appreciate it and see how it works, they really enjoy using it. There you go. So Pilot Mike, well positioned to answer those questions. We don't have them fitted to the 7.3. Well, look at this though. At least the sun is setting and it's looking absolutely beautiful. I just got a very interesting message from someone on Instagram about power line adapters. Sort of answers my question. I'll get back to it later. Daniel, did you see the Lego Concorde about to be released in September? Yes. Would you like me to buy it? And I actually thought, how cool would it be to do a Concorde stream and I build it on the Concorde stream, but I think I need a bit more time than one flight on Concorde.
Dana 2 Bravo Mike, first of all, contact Birmingham radar 123.975, we've got in it.
Okay, Birmingham 123.975 in IT Bravo Mike, thanks.
Ah yes, if you are liking the stream, like it. It helps out the channel a lot. Thank you very much for your consideration. You would need to fly a Blériot. You'd have to have one hand on the Lego, one hand on the wing bending stick or whatever it's called on the Blériot. It would be cool to do it. But how many pieces was it? 2,000? Yeah, you're talking 8-9 hours. I'd have to make it 2 seconds.
7.8 Kilo Uniform, 10 flight level 150.
7 flight level 150, Alpaca 7.8 Kilo Uniform. 150, vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute.
160, easy 1012.
Down we go.
Shuttle 1 Golf, climb flight level 130.
Do you prefer day or night flights? Prefer flying in the day, my friend from Greece.
Cargo Lux 108, 10 flight level 170.
That's the Cargo Lux above us. So he's stepping down. Oh, it's directly above us.
10 flight level 180.
Below us. Directly above us, descending.
Viewing 930, 10 flight level 190.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. I hope he doesn't descend quickly. He's only not. Yeah, so usually they wouldn't descend me and him at the same time, because obviously if he descends quite quickly, he's going to hit the top of me.
7912 feet climbing.
Still looks pretty cool though. But yes, usually he'd wait until I'm 1,000 feet below before sending him 1,000 feet down. Easy, easy.
I'm 59 Papa Uniform, I'll get back to you shortly. Easy 7912, redirect Banto, climb flight level 2.
Hopefully he'll level off. And that's what a 1,000 foot separation looks like. It's not much at all. As long as he's got standard descent. Oh, look at that. I mean, that just shows you how, you know, we're both turning at the exact same points, and the programming of this is of a desktop simulator is, it's very realistic. Look at this.
Heading 330 degrees right hand turn.
I just wish that Microsoft Flight Simulator had a flyby. Looks like an aero refueling pattern. It does.
Shuttle 1 Golf, climb flight level 160. Ryanair 42 X-ray November, descend flight level 210.
Descend flight level 210, Ryanair 46 X-ray November.
Mechanics 120 Romeo, contact London 134.125.
134-125, Sean X 120 Romeo.
Can't see him. Where's he gone? There he is. One holding there as well. Epic. Sniper, what server do you play on? So we're not on any server on the VATSIM network today. Oh, look at that. So, this is one of the things I love about the sim. Obviously we're holding here, but it looks fantastic. So good. Jeff, 1,000-foot separation based on a correctly calibrated altimeter which requires correct manual adjustment seems risky. Not at all. I understand your point of view, but everyone is on the same altimeter setting. Altimeters are incredibly reliable on an aircraft like this, and everyone will be set on the same flight level as well. An ATC will ensure sufficient separation, and it's been used now for decades in the aviation industry. They do look a bit puffy, the clouds, sort of like marshmallowy, but I quite like them. They look dense, and they do have some real depth to them when you fly through them. One thing they don't sort of do very well is sort of strata-style cloud, but no, I'm a fan of them. I think that looks, I mean that with the sun poking through, epic. I think it looks great. Oh, I think I missed a call. No, I'm not sure. To be updating my heading bug as we go around. Anyway, fuel 8 tons now. Was very glad I took that extra fuel. 3.8 needed to divert. Basically 4 tons. Was basically still about 45 minutes an hour. 41 departures and 49 arrivals. Okay.
Direct Honolulu.
120 direct Honolulu, Air France 57 Bro.
So that Air France guy departed ahead of us.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. 130,
Alpaca
nice.
78 Kilo uniform, direct to Honolulu, speed 220 knots.
Direct Honolulu, speed 220 knots, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. We're out of here, guys.
London Canadian Skies 16 Mike Lima, flight level 250.
So Honolulu to the top, execute LNAV.
Mike Lima, hello.
Went very low on profile.
Well inbound heading 330 degrees, right hand turn.
Right hand turn, hold at Welling 330 inbound, 16 Mike Lima.
Stephen Hayner, not to make you jealous, but to point out V1 is currently doing some flying in beautiful Tahiti and Bora Bora. Tahiti, Bora Bora, completed it, mate. We did it in the ATR. Say hello from me. Beautiful, look at this. Now I'll put the seatbelt sign on. Oh, we didn't select an auto brake setting. I'm going to go conservatively to 3, and I will try and use the heads-up display. So recall. Checked. Auto brake sets, landing data. We didn't actually do that. So we're going to probably burn, it reckons we've got landing with 4.9 with that full arrival on. Let's say we'll burn another, no, not coming another ton. We'll say conservatively a ton then. 152 tons. What's the max landing weight? 150. Ooh! Oh no, 172. I was going to say 152. We'll go with. And if might be flap 25 is the sort of default flap setting for landing. So flap 25, 136. So landing data, approach briefing.
Landing controlled easy 673.
Next is the approach checklist.
1,500 for 6,000.
Flying directly towards the sun. Look at this.
Add next one departure.
Easy 673. Hello.
MB is the hold because of high traffic. That's correct.
075.
133.075 EG6M3.
Sorry, I really can't. It's crazy. Madness that makes this bit.
Someone's requested something that can't be done.
Yeah, I see.
Right, 130 checked. Routing direct to Honolulu. So just to show you on Navigraph. Pushing direct to the VOR. Probably, we might get holding again at Grove. We'll see. We're routing towards Honolulu at 130 here. Way below profile, but that's as expected. You know, been holding and descending quite far away. But we're in a good position actually for a straight in if it does happen. C8's having flown on both the 78 and A350, I do feel the Airbus is superior.
Easy 7912, climb
welcome.
for limiter 118.47.
Oh, Jonathan Wiltshire, thank you very much.
475
Gifting 5 members of 5 memberships to people watching the stream. Thank you very much. He also says can't let you fly this close to home without some sort of celebration. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan, for your generous donation. I don't know where the Nightbot pinger is, but hopefully he'll be here any second. Welcome Pilot Manu, Billy B16, Jimmy Ibbett, Luke P95 and Addis Abuka as members to the channel. I know Addis, you've been Addis Abuka, you've been following the channel for some time as well. Here it comes.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
It's going to ping off like crazy. Look at that though, with the sun just above the clouds.
Right direct Honolulu.
Cheers, Jonathan. Thank you.
Right direct Honolulu, easy 1012.
Easy 1012, speed 220 knots.
220 knots for easy
Minimums.
1012.
Mayday, Papa uniform, engine fail,
Engine failure.
Are you going to have to disconnect or divert somewhere else? What do you want to do?
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
sorry, can you repeat?
Alpine 59 Papa uniform, you need to divert or disconnect, what do you want to do?
Divert, stay Alpine 5.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Someone's had an engine failure. Welcome, as I said, all 12 new members. That's another Mayday I've heard online.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Thank you, and another member's just joined as well. Welcome, Javier Bella. Thanks for joining. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Hope you enjoy the custom engine chats.
Left direct Elba.
Left direct Alpha.
There's an alpaca that's had an engine failure. Oh gosh. So we'll leave this auto engine anti-ice on. Yeah, the events are not to do the right. Absolutely. I think it's very inappropriate to do emergencies, if I'm honest. Into the soup we go. Is train radar actually working? No. The weather radar is... I mean, actually, that's looking more realistic. If it's actually rain and precipitation, that's not too bad. Welcome, Javier. I've said hello to you. Oh, how do I turn up the lighting on this? God, that does look great at night. Graham Young, welcome back as a member as well. Or I don't know if you're still a member. You've just said hello. Thank you for your continued support as well. Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, controllers don't mind emergencies, but it's got to be an appropriate time. A major VATSIM event is not appropriate at all. Absolutely, Andy, I'd do the same. I know, it's... Oh, look at... This is so cool, automatic wing and engine anti-ice on here. That's epic. Do you have to actually do anything in this plane? It's Airbusy. Very Airbusy.
Target 205, excuse you, passing 3,000 feet, climbing 6,000.
Hello, direct Banto, climb flight level 1.
So I wonder if I can expect more holding.
Direct Banto and climb flight level, was that 120 for target 205? Correct. Climb flight 120, target 205.
I'm just having a little look at the VATSIM map. Ooh, is there more holding? Not so sure. Anyway, We're approaching Honolly, and what we'll do, we'll continue on the arrival from Honolly to Oscott, then Grove, and if we have to hold at Grove. The depiction on the ND is looking pretty good, actually. The thing is, wing anti-ice on continuously. Use a lot of fuel. I mean, I know it's probably electrically heated as opposed to bleed. Oh, look at that! The lighting effects are epic in the cloud. So cool. Oh, that's really cool. There's real depth to the clouds when you're in them. Imagine having this Flight Sim 2002. Wing anti-ice electric, engine anti-ice is bleed. Got you. Is that the only bleed source? I guess tapped straight from the engines, just like in the 7.3. But there's no other bleed.
Uniform, contact Birmingham radar 123.975. Bye bye.
123.975. Thanks to ATC Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Bye
bye.
I don't know if there's any other source there.
Shamrock 263, Roger, scorecard enter climb 6,000 feet.
Sounds busy. Birmingham approach, good evening, it's Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, maintaining flight level 130 to Honolly, speed 220 knots, information Lima.
Shamrock 263, contact London Control, frequency 133.075. 133.075.
Give it a few seconds.
Papa Hotel Tango Golf Mike, thanks very much. Papa Hotel Tango Golf Mike, contact Birmingham Director, call sign only, frequency 131.0.
131 with call sign. Papa Golf Mike, bye.
Birmingham approach, good evening, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, flight level 130 Honolly, speed 220 knots, information Lima 788.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, hello, route Honolly, Oscott Grove, hold at Grove, flight level 130.
Honolly, Oscott, Grove to hold, at Grove, flight level 130, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Another hold.
Bravo Mike, descend flight level 110, expedite descent through flight level 120, please.
So hold at Grove, this is great, it works well. So let's double check the hold.
Right heading 23.
So Grove, max 210, 103 right hand turns, it's already coded, 1 minute legs, execute. Really nice by the devs here to get that to work. The holding's working really well.
110, that's 8 Juliet.
Cat Facts for 38 months, insert jokes that will...
Right, 23, X-ray, descend, flight level 120.
Oh, the stuff you say I never get. Thanks a lot, Buzzy. 38 months.
Flight level 130.
3 years.
Flight level 130.
Just over 3 years, remember, thanks, man. My capacity and concentration goes out the window when I'm streaming. So we're at 130, there's traffic 1,000 feet. Ooh, that's a bit of a conflict issue. Look at that. There must be barely a mile between the traffic here at 1,000 feet. But he's descending anyway. So anyway, our left turn, fuel wise, 7.6, remember we need 3.8 to get to Manchester. But we'll probably go to East Midlands, one because A, because it's closer, B, I've got scenery installed still by Piriggy. In Asobo, what mode would you use if you want
737 descent flight level 90
to expedite descent? The thing to remember about 737-8 as well, any Boeing aircraft, the quickest way to go down in any way is level change. You set level change, the autothrottle will close the thrust and the aircraft will pitch for the speed. So that's the fastest way you'll ever get down. There's no other mode which will get you down quicker. And then you just pitch for the speed. If you want to get down it quickly, really explicitly, you increase the speed in level change, open speed brake, and you'll get a very high rate of descent by doing that. A little excessive with speed brake and accelerating level change. You're talking 6,000 feet per minute as the aircraft accelerates.
We'll hold that Grove at flight
Yeah,
level 140.
this is really good by the devs.
737 descend altitude 5,000
It's holding their height really accurately. It's routing perfectly. The depiction on the ND is very good. Really nice. Now, because we're holding a little lower, our fuel burn will increase as well.
Down to 100.
Hey Jim, where do you think we should divert? East Midlands, the scenery will be prettier. I've got the airport installed.
Flight level 140.
Peter, before you were qualified, did you have a preference to which airline you wanted to fly?
737 when able.
I think everyone that qualifies as an airline pilot, finishes their flight school training, is happy with any job. I certainly was, and still am. Some people might have dreams of what they want to fly. I mean, I think my long-term aim was to fly long haul, but you know, things change in life. You meet people, your sort of priorities change as well, and I'm very happy with my work-life balance, which gives me the time to stream as well. Well, there we are. We're through all the muck behind us. It's quite nice over here, to the south of Birmingham. Ooh, look at all the aircraft holding everywhere.
With a 3 Charlie Romeo
1, 2.
Turn right now.
The airport's in the cloud there somewhere.
Right heading 320, is that 3 Charlie?
Microsoft Flight Sim has come a long way since released. Agreed, Danny. Agreed it has. That was a
big
dirty code I had a while back. Yeah, I have to say the depiction of live weather is pretty good. And this lighting is perfection. Absolutely perfect.
Ryanair 23 X-ray ready, send flight level 110.
Well, Ryanair's. I did see a lot of flights going from Dublin to Birmingham with Ryanair on this sector.
Ryanair 737, turn left, heading 150 degrees. Ryanair 737, speed 180 degrees.
Traffic holding ahead. He's just overhead our Scott.
Ryanair 737, contact Birmingham radar, call sign only 131.0. Good day.
So who am I actually talking to now if this is Birmingham radar? 12397. Ah, there's 2 approach frequencies. And a director. Are pilots allowed to smoke? Well, not at work, but they can if they do wish. It's obviously, well, yeah, smoking's bad for you. But if you are a smoker, it doesn't preclude you from flying or having a class 1 medical. I think you should fly with a livery. It will look prettier. We do have our sort of unofficial virtual airline Sasha, Alpaca Airways, which unfortunately there isn't a livery for, so I went with the stock Boeing livery here. Would have been cool to fly an actual one. Look at that. She8's completed my Aer Lingus online assessment for the cadet program yesterday. At 43 I am keeping everything crossed. Best of luck, G8s. You're not the, you know, the oldest I've heard. There were people on my flight training course in 2000 and whatever year it was, 2010, 2011, who are in their early 40s, and are now commanders in their respective airlines. Hi Captain, which airline do you fly for in real life? A very commonly asked question, Bureau. One I wish not to disclose, and I see one of my moderators has put my standard reply to that. I am very fortunate to have full permission.
Juliet, descend flight level 8.
Enthusiastically allow me to stream this. Get a bit of banter as well. Ooh, look, there's Wizz Air.
With 3 Charlie Romeo, turn right, heading 010.
That looks so realistic.
Heading 010, is that the Italian?
God, we're burning through this extra fuel. So we've probably did 3 or 4 holds at Welling. We are 2,000 feet above this aircraft at Grove, holding at 130. There's probably more below.
Approach time
I thought I could do this.
Be minute 40.
So, oh, someone just got an estimated approach time 20 minutes from now. I just need to see, was he ahead of me or behind me? Well, there is a point where I do need to cut off, guys.
Romeo, turn right,
really, it's about 9 o'clock.
9
9 o'clock, British Summer Time, 40 minutes.
With 3 Charlie Romeo, speed 220 knots.
Sasha, you can download not official livery from any website. Why not? Oh, because we fly Alpaca Airways. If I fly the British Airways livery, I'm not going to use Alpaca, of course. Whereas this, I'm sort of have a little more freedom. I quite like this livery anyway.
Airline C, Bravo Mike, descend flight level 90.
Shrub, I don't know why people ask what LI54 is so disrespectful. It's obvious. You fly for Southway. No, I don't think it's disrespectful, especially for new people joining the channel. If they view it, they're going to be naturally curious, and I have no problem with people asking me that. I haven't had any issues with that over the past. How long have I been streaming now? Five years. Probably happens a few times a month, and you know, I'd be curious as well. Obviously, what I think needs to be respected is my request for privacy, which 99.99999% of you do respect. Very occasionally, the odd little twerp, but that's the world we live in. There's twerps around every corner. Can't fly PA station, Nigel. Simply, it's next month. No, it's Wednesday. No, it's I'm busy. Well, I say I'm busy. No, I've got my dear ladies made dinner. Allows me to stream, of course. But, no, can't wait all night. Cheers, Nigel. Talking about Nigel. Nigel Pavitt. You don't happen to be a British Airways pilot. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the support. Glad you got enjoy the content. Get invited to the members-only Discord. Enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. Thank you, guys. I've just realised something. I've not done it for a while. I've had gifted members donations today. Should we do a flight deck to sim mug giveaway after landing? I've not done it. Well, I'm feeling generous. So if you have me around after landing, be it offline or online, I'll throw it. Let's do a little flight deck to sim mug giveaway. I'll write it down to remind me. If I forget, please remind me in chat. Kuro mod giveaway. A lot of members have joined, not only gifted, but just off their own bat. So you know, I feel inclined to give something back today. So yeah, we'll do a 787 giveaway, Kuro giveaway. No, a flight deck sim mug giveaway. I have merch from Teespring, and if you are the lucky winner, we'll roll that after landing. I'll get you to contact me via social media, Instagram or Twitter. You can DM me or email me at flightdecksim@gmail.com. We'll go from there. I swear I don't time this with the nightball thing that just came up. That's on the time every 20 minutes. But I'll check out a flight deck sim mug. We'll roll it using the Nightbot giveaway. Hey, at least the internet. We're 2.5 hours in and not a single hiccup. Not a single hiccup.
Approaching minimums.
With 3 Charlie Romeo, contact director, call sign.
Cheers, Shrub. Welcome aboard. I think you've been a member in the past. You've already got a gold bar on your epaulette. Thank you very much for your support. Join the customization chat and the Discord too. Shrub, I want that mug. It doesn't make any difference if you're a member or not. It's open to all. It's open to all. Do you have a Twitter? Yes. Well, no. Sorry, I have an X. I have an X at Flight Deck to Sim.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, descend flight level 110.
Descend flight level 110, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. I know you're very busy. Do you have an estimated approach time for us?
For standby.
Nope. Thank you. 110 checked 1,000 feet per minute.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, expected approach time for you will be minutes 50.
Copied 50, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. That's okay. Alright. 25 minutes. That could improve.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. 100 checks.
57 Bravo Papa, descend flight level 110.
No, I know, I just wanted the mug, but with epaulets on my shoulder.
Easy 1012, descend flight level 120.
120, easy 1012.
I'll never call it X. I'm still
still
calling Snickers bars marathon after 40 years, so Elon has to no go.
70 degrees.
Yeah, I forgot they were called marathon.
A-line 2, Bravo Mike, descend flight
Stella, what do you think of this aircraft? I really like it. I know you need the premium, whatever it's called, premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but the Kuro mod, Kuro's obviously worked hard to make this a Dash 8 variant for you.
100.
I'd go as far to say, yeah, payware quality free. Well, obviously Zebo is beyond payware quality, but I would pay money for this. You know how Aerosoft a few years ago did like a light version? It's like between a very high fidelity add-on like Asobo PMDG and a light version. It's sort of like a moderate version. It sort of has pretty much all the important stuff modelled. You'd obviously want all of it modelled if it was a top-end add-on, but yeah, it's really good.
23 X-ray, descend flight level 80.
Really good. A lot of aircraft coming here as well.
Boeing 327, descend flight level 110.
And flight level 110.
Nigel, hello, dining in night and flight decks to sim live stream. Perfect. Oh, excellent. Have you got your feet up, sir? Enjoying the stream.
A-line 2, Bravo Mike, speed 220.
Could be Greg, fingers crossed, but no, I don't want any sort of priority at all. Put me in line with everyone else.
A-line 2, Bravo Mike, thanks, turn right, turning 15.
It might not be called X for long due to trademark issues due to Microsoft. Yes, I
A-line
did
2,
read
Bravo
something
Mike,
about that
contact
vaguely.
director, call sign only, 131.0, good day.
1310, A-line 2, Bravo Mike.
Hello, Bryce Williams.
X-ray, speed 220.
Finding sim, love your videos, man. Thank you very much, man.
50,
Appreciate
40,
it.
30,
Oh,
20,
thank you very much,
10.
Max Verstappen, for the £5. Currently leading the 23 F1 season.
Mark, you're driving that thing like a grandma. You want to race on a real track? Lol.
Cheers, Max. Thank you very much for your donation.
Again, you were broken.
Really appreciate that for the £5. He says, you're driving that thing like a grandma. You want to race on a real track. Lol. Appreciate your donation, sir. Well done winning the 2023 season already.
Minimums.
Incredible. Jessica Hunt, thank you very much for your 17 months as a member. Another great stream, Captain. Thanks for all the content. You're most welcome. Thanks for your continued support as a member, Jessica. Hope you're doing very well on this Saturday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Yes, F1, I mean, no offence to Max, Red Bull, they've built an incredible car, and Max is an incredible driver. We've all seen it. One of the things I always remember about Max Verstappen was his race in Brazil in the wets, and he was absolutely overtaking everyone in that Red Bull. I remember he overtook Rosberg, I think, on the outside of the corner in Brazil, and it was soaking wet and everyone was just toying around. He was just blasting through. He then lost it on one of the straights, completely stopped it from going in the wall and carried on. That's one of the races I always remember about Max. You know, him as a person, I know people have different views, but at the end of the day, yeah, Red Bull deserve everything. What is really annoying is that F1 went to so much effort, well, supposed effort, to make the racing should have been much closer from 2021 onwards, and it's not happened. And as I said, I don't want to take away anything from Red Bull, Max, their amazing performance, but if you look at the rest of the paddock, if you actually take Red Bull out of it, it would be a much closer season. You know, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari to a degree, and Aston Martin are all within sort of what, 1 or 2 seconds of each other. But yeah, it would, if they could just develop their car as well as the Red Bulls, it would be an incredible season. When was the last time we had a season with more than 3-4 drivers in it? I mean, over a decade.
Contact Birmingham radar. No, Birmingham director, call sign only, 131.0. Goodbye.
Racing is much closer, 30 seconds behind the leader, absolutely. And another one, do you honestly think that Checo has the exact...
Right now, heading 320.
Blocked.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, turn right, heading 320, hold cancelled.
Heading 320 degrees, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So, 32 heading select, and what we're going to do is just go here to the FMC, and we're just going to route direct to the centre fix, and we're just going to update this for vectors. Where does that put us on our vertical profile? Okay, it seems level, but hopefully we'll have a top of descent point or something like that. Hold cancelled, as we're at 10,000 feet. What on earth is going on?
Calling unreadable.
Lights coming on, turn off, and I will pop on the taxi. Angler bank is set to auto, pressurisation set, seatbelts on, recall.
Chase, lead chase, heading 210.
No, our check's complete with 6.9 tonnes of fuel. Oh, guys, I do apologise, I'm getting outside my control. You just get some sad...
78 kilo uniform, turn right, heading 360 degrees.
Heading 360 degrees, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. You get some sad individuals, he'll go to bed at night thinking... that is life, probably. Anyway, heading north. and we'll maintain flight level 100. So I'm thinking there should be a little green top of descent point here or something. Vino's showing me perfectly level. We're actually only 20 miles from touchdown if we were to follow the magenta line. We'll have to see how we get on later on and get some vectors and go from there. I know, but I've been talking to a number of streamers.
78 kilo uniform, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, 80 set. We'll just again do a nice vertical speed descent, 1,000 feet per minute. There we are, below 10,000, or 100 I should say, not in America. Perfect. That sunset is absolutely stunning. Juice says, taking Red Bull out of the equation, it will be a great season. Saying that as being Dutch. Hey, like I said, Red Bull and Max, you know, they are worthy winners. They deserve it. They've built an incredible car. It's just a shame that they're so dominant. But yeah, I think I was saying just before I heard all that nonsense. Yeah, Checo and Max had a very similar start to the season, sort of racing equally. And now Checo's 30 seconds behind every race. Well, not every race, but there's such a gap now between them. Does he obviously have the same car as
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, turn right heading 150 degrees.
Riding 150 degrees, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. Look at this. So this is downwind for 3-3. Seems like I'm turning that for an eternity. Ugh.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, descend altitude 5,000 feet, Birmingham QNH 1010.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1010, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So 5,000 feet checked.
Line 56, descend flight level 80.
Set QNH. No, my B button's not working, that's a shame. 1010.
Descend flight level 90.
Passing 8,000 for 5,000 feet, no flag, standby altimeter is set. Now I wonder if I can build a little radial of this. So 15 plus 90 is going to be 240.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, turn right heading 160 degrees.
Riding 160 degrees, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. It works!
Alpaca
just
78 kilo uniform, when ready, speed 220 knots, contact director, call sign only, 131.0. Good day.
131.0, call sign only, speed 220 knots, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. Thanks to ATC, sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Perfect. Over to director.
A-line 2 Bravo Mike Tower 118.
And we built ourselves an LFMC. I don't know what's happened to VNAV though. We're just going to go level change here actually. A tad high. Mike, level change. I don't know if you're still around. If you are, buddy, thanks for sticking around. Birmingham director, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform.
Alpaca 78 uniform director, hello, fly heading 135.
Heading 135 degrees, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. Now I'm high, flat 1.
Right now, 23 X-ray, X-ray on the heading, report localizer established, runway 33.
You can use VNAV, but flight level change is fine. But does where's the profile gone? Hold on, it looks like I might get slotted
uniform descends to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. So if I was sort of thinking I was high for a straight in here, to the left. Oh yeah, don't forget I've got stock Birmingham scenery here. Alright, I can definitely go to vertical speed, because I'm not even to beam this traffic here.
Right now, 23 X-ray, X-ray, thank you. Descend with the cloud, correction, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
You can use VNAV but flight level. It's because you're in heading. So if you go into heading, you get loses your VNAV profile. Very interesting. Flight recorder coming on, guys. Well reminded, thank you. That is recording.
Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, confirm heading 135.
Oh, sorry, it was 136, but I'll give you 135 for Alpaca 78 kilo uniform.
Not that precise, I'm just, everyone's got different winds, so it's difficult to judge. So turn left heading 125, please.
No problem, sir. 125 degrees, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform.
Ryanair 23 X-ray, X-ray speed 160 knots.
So he's got to judge that with the wind and other traffic.
Speed 160 till 40, Ryanair 23 X-ray.
So 1 to go. That's looking good. I'll keep 220 knots. I just went flat because I wasn't sure if he was going to turn us in around a 10 mile flight. This is a good height.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, if you can get down to 160 knots, I can get you a shortcut.
Reducing 160 knots, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform.
Roger, cheers. Ryanair 23 X-ray, X-ray, contact tower 118.3, number 2, good night.
Ooh, what was that? Boeing beeping sound. Flat 15. Is it gear 20? Oh, I don't like these Boeing beeping sounds, man.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, turn left heading 060 degrees, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
Left 060 degrees, descend 2,500 feet, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Many things to do. So you had to get... where's my 100-foot increments gone? Checklist beeps. Altimeter set. Checklist complete. Thank you. Very cool. Speed brake. Armed. 160 knots. Is it gear down? 06. Yeah, thank you. Checklist beep. That's so cool. Get down flat 20 on speed brake. Thanks, Mike. I'll leave it at flat. I only went flat 15 just to give me the 160. I'm good here though.
Degrees, speed 180 knots.
120, 180 on the street.
Looking good here though, for a straight in. Nice little CDA done. Oh, look at this sunset. Oh, well, it's worth all the holding to do the approach at this time.
Alpaca 7 Kilo uniform, turn left heading 360 degrees.
Left heading 360 degrees, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform.
Jet line 560, send to altitude 4.
Not been cleared approach, but this will be our intercept heading.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, descend to altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 33.
Descend 2,000 feet on the heading, cleared ILS 33, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Beautiful. Oh, it's a great mod. Really, really good. Executes. So on glide slope, I'm using VS to finesse now. Cleared approach as well. So arm approach. We've got lock glide slope armed. Nice CDA as well. If I extend the centre line, you'll get guidance. So what's the course? It's not on there, is it? Oh, I can't find the ILS though. It's 326. Cheers, Mike. See, on the set Boeing, you always have VNAV guidance on heading as well. That's so good. Right. Let's not lose the glide to about 900 feet per minute. Oh, look at this. Stunning. No sunset here. Is it cloudy where you are, Jonathan? So we've got traffic ahead, but he's at a good distance.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, maintain 160 knots till 4 DME.
160 till 4 DME, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. 1 to go. Great vectoring. ATC has actually been superb for the whole event. Localizer glide slope capture, runway heading 326. What? Mike, does it do that automatically as well? Amazing. It's just updated the heading to runway heading 3,000 feet. You don't have to do anything.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, contact tower 118.3, number 2, good night.
118.3, thanks, great to see Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Bye.
Bye.
Right, 118.3 for tower. Ground. Standby. Perfect. Tower low, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, established ILS 33, 160 till 4.
Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, thank you, continue approach.
Continue approach, Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Just to keep you happy, Mike.
Right,
I'll try my best. Right, let me just reset this as a view. Okay. It is really cool, this HUD. Right, he wants 160 till 4. I don't like it. Ah, get rid of it. Guess it does when you lock capture. You get it. The runway heading set. Oh, don't like it. Gear down. Flat 20. Match speed. Landing checklist. Speed brake. His arms. Landing gear down. Flaps. Landing flap now being selected. Flaps 25. Flaps 25. And speed brakes arm checks complete. I'm gonna have to turn that down. A lot of noise. That's better. Just waiting for landing clearance. We've got here Edo, no Bogut, no today, and Boeing bus. Thanks for the 38 months, buddy. Appreciate it, buddy.
Contract 210.
It's going around.
Taxi Foxtrot, via Foxtrot.
Not a fan. Ooh, auto throttle. Come on, auto throttle.
Like a 78 kilo uniform service with 3301 knots runway 33. You are clear to land.
33 clear to land. Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. Lights on. Checks complete. Right, Mike. I'm going to disconnect the autopilot, and I leave the auto throttle in, correct? And do not disconnect the auto throttle. Don't count.
How long can we get to the bush?
Right. Put that FPV on the dot.
Behind you,
there
you
we
can
go.
push and start.
Oh no, the auto throttle I leave it. Oh, that's horrible. I want to disconnect the auto throttle so much. The fact that the modelling of this flight director is so good.
The landing aircraft, via Sierra 1, line up on runway 33 behind.
Fully stable. Pitch up a little bit.
Easy 36 Mike Alpha, Birmingham Tower.
Keep descending.
Easy 35 Mike Alpha.
Look at it. Actually, this HUD is cool. Oh, I'll just put the FPV in the dot.
I think I need to change
Continue.
my glasses. Apologies. 83 Mike Alpha, yeah. Behind
It's
the
actually
landing,
flying quite
line up on
nicely.
runway 33
This is epic. Right, looking outside now.
50, 40, 30, 20,
Check.
10.
Close.
Tower Alpine 5.
And we're down. Oh, really? That firm? Ooh, landing is horrible though. Oh, the rudder. What in the world? I'm not so sure about this. Manual braking. Oh, I'm going to stop here really early. Oh, God, was it that firm? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Birmingham. The landing rollout on the rudder, though, is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Right, anyway, we're here. That was a bit firm, and we'll get rid of the HUD now. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, how do I get this auto brake off?
Right. 78 kilo uniform, expedite right onto Bravo.
Right on Bravo, expediting Alpaca 78 kilo uniform. Oh dear, yeah, the rudder was pants though. Yeah, it flared 10 feet. I did let it flare a little bit late, and I took out the auto brake a little bit too late as well. Yeah, the rudder though was absolutely awful. Like, I just moved and it was like, right. Brake. I'm sort of just helping AT here. Don't turn off the runway like this.
Did you just have a message for Lieutenant Air Limit Charlie?
That's very unrealistic, but I don't want to make anyone go around.
Alright, thanks.
There we go.
Easy 36 Mike Alpha, service with 33.
Flaring that late, you just rotate mains onto the ground. Cheers, Mike. On this rudder though, what is going on? It's like...
78 kilo uniform, taxi Alpha 6, contact the ground 121.8.
Alpha 6 ground 121.8, Alpaca 78 kilo uniform, bye. Alright, over to ground, and holding Alpha 6. I don't actually know where that is yet. This is just stock scenery, but we're down. Yes, I think might have 4x4 wheels on the nose tyre wheel. Yeah, that landing was, I just flared too late. I was too busy enjoying the HUD. The HUD was epic. Really enjoyed that. Right, so because I've got stock scenery, I am heavily reliant on this. Alpha 6, where is that? Well, we'll just carry on straight. I think it could be this line. There's Alpha 6. That's our taxi limit there. And I'll just get some charts in front of me as well.
879, go ahead.
What will be, what's our
Flaps coming up.
Estimated?
879, we're moving traffic out now, hopefully going to be in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
879, Thanks.
Right, let me just get some taxi charts up for myself. Not quite at Alpha 6 yet. Perfect. There's a traffic ahead anyway. Moment ground, very good evening. Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform. Vacated runway 33 on Alpha, holding Alpha 6.
Alpha 78 Kilo uniform, welcome to Birmingham. Taxi to stand 83 centre. Left onto Tango and right to uniform.
83 centre left onto Tango, right onto uniform. Alpaca 78 Kilo uniform, thanks ATC.
Yeah, it's round top and then back down again.
Thank you. Perfect. So Alpha 6 left on Tango, up here, right on uniform, and it's a remote stand 83 Charlie up here. Epic. Right, let's try not to get lost. Try not to get lost. This is just stock scenery. Actually, to be fair, there's taxiway markings there. Why autopilot warning? Said Mr. Max. I disconnected it. Mike, out of 10? Out of 10? 6 at least, I hope. I miss having Mike sat next to me virtually, but that's the second firm landing in the air. I flared about 10 feet too high. Oh look, there's 7-8 friend. Look at that. The model matching on this is epic. Anyway, let's taxi onto stand. I left the auto throttle. In, which is very difficult to try and do for me. It felt so unnatural, but I know that is the 7-8 way there. Yes, I'll give you a 6. Cheers. Right, let's do a bit of a clean up. Flaps up, speed brake stowed. Let's set that to 100 knots. Turn off our landing lights. APU will crank up. There we go. That's on start. I do like taxiing here. Yeah. So the landing, I flared too late. It was a very firm landing. I was enjoying the heads-up display far too much, and then the rudder, that's just not realistic at all. It can't be that different than the 7.8 to the 7.3, but I was just using rider, and it was just like, basically it's like rudder off or on. That was the only option. It was just kind of going all the way all over the place. But we're here. Anyway, we're just behind the easy here. Unfortunately, because this is just stock scenery, we are going to have to sort of try and guess the stand a little bit, or maybe it's sort of bleeding through. 8-3 chai. I think we're just going to have to wait for the easy to taxi forward. Let's get the strobes off. Oh, taxiing all over the place there. But yeah, the rudder is absolutely... It's arcadey. I think the rudder is more realistic in Grand Theft Auto 5 or GTA 4, whatever it is, the latest one is we're still playing. Yeah, that just needs to be changed. That's a Microsoft thing. I've noticed it in all Microsoft Flight Sim aircraft. Oh, it's stock Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, the rudder is horrific. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully that will change. Right, EasyJet's just blocking us. That's fine. But yeah, look how busy it is here. Not bad. Yeah, the stock airports are a bit, yeah, but you know, I have to say, sort of the markings for the stands are correct, and the signs there on the taxiway. And it's my understanding that there is a sort of gateway coming from Microsoft Flight Simulator, like we have for X-Plane, so people in the community can change the stock scenery to improve it. That would be great. You think the amount of people that use Microsoft Flight Simulator in comparison to X-Plane, we're going to have much better default airports moving forward. It's the AIG Biker Mad Stew. That's the model matching I'm using. You have autopilot disconnect mapped on your yoke, don't you? Yes. Did I? Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I didn't use that. I just went for the big bar, which is one you'd never use that to disconnect it, but I do have it mapped. I think, well, no, I think it's just toggles off and on. Not so sure, but yeah, I didn't use that. Right, so we're going to have to sort of guesstimate the stand here. So it's sort of the next left there. There are some sort of painted markings there. I'm going to have to sort of look. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one, actually, here on the left. It does taxi quite nicely. It sort of, you know, gets on the line quite nicely. Or sort of, well, I say that, I'm struggling to turn here. Yeah, this is 8-3 centre. So what I'm going to do is taxi quite far forward off the line. I've overshot it slightly. Mike, you need to get some videos uploaded, buddy. Who here would like to see Mike upload some videos on the 7.8? Subscribe to his channel now, and he will, when he does eventually upload them, do it. Yeah, sorry, I'm cheating going outside there. But I'm going to go quite far forward, just to make sure I'm not blocking the taxiway. He wouldn't go as far forward as I'm braking, going to be on the grass. Right, anyway, there we are. Parking brake is set. The APU should be running. APU running, let's shut down the engines. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Birmingham Airport. Oh, look at that, done just in time. There we are, let's do the shutdown checklist. Well, you know what, because I want to do the replay. What have we got here? Shutdown and a secure checklist. Yeah, well, there really isn't much to do in this aircraft. What we're going to do, because we're going to do a replay, I'm going to sort of leave this configuration so I can go straight into the sort of replay there. But look at the scenery here. Absolutely superb. We got down in the end. Flight time. The elapsed timer usually shows, well, it does in the max, stays like that until you reload the FMC. So I don't know when that reset, but in the max it resets, I think, when you put the new route in. So I can't actually see what the total flight time was. But here we are, live time, live weather, beautiful approach into Birmingham. Very, very busy event. You can still see, look, all the aircraft landing here. Superb work done by the controllers. This add-on is really good, and I mean that. You know, there is area and work, work for improvement, but for a stock aircraft and with the Kuro mod, it's going to be probably one of the best 787-8s out there. I know there's one for P3D, which I've never tried, but yeah, really enjoyed that. There we are anyway, we've still got beacon light on. Look how much traffic's here. Absolutely rammed. And I think the guys providing ATC are all sort of located together this weekend for that, so be sure to give a shout out to VATSIM UK, providing ATC for this awesome event. You know, the ATC, for the amount of traffic, sound completely calm, all organised, traffic order and all that sort of thing. Anyway, who would like to win a Flight Deck to Sim mug? A little impromptu giveaway, just to say thanks. A lot of people joined as members today, gifted members, regular members, so I'd like to do a giveaway here. We'll just turn the beacon light off for a bit of realism. I'll look into this GSX as well, just for pushback more than anything, but I think it will add immersion with offloading passengers and whatnot. Could be quite cool to see. Let's run that now, and let me get Nightbot set up here. I am so happy my internet has been fixed. Who would have thought it was a simple power line adapter? It's done me well. I've used it for, well, since I've been streaming for 5 years. I think it's probably just cooked. But now I've actually invested in a 10-meter wire straight to my hub, going down the stairs. Pretty, not very pretty, but certainly fixed my issues. It's great to have that. No stress associated with that. Right. So it's all set up in the background now. You just have to simply type in a keyword in chat. That keyword is mug. So if you type in mug in chat, lowercase, uppercase, it doesn't matter. Only type it once. If you type it more than once, you will not be able to enter the giveaway. So keyword is active. You have to type in mug, lowercase, uppercase. You'll be entered into the giveaway to win said mug. There you go. Excellent. And what I'll do, there's two ways of doing it. I can either transfer you the cost of the mug if you're happy to share your residential address. I can have that posted to you as well. Typically takes, well, it depends where you are in the world. If you're in Europe or the US, it can take 2 to 3 weeks. If you're elsewhere, up to a month. It's just Teespring. It's how long it takes. Some people have had to wait longer than that. Whilst that's going on, I'll answer some questions. Sorry I have to leave now. Sorry, no problem at all, Benjamin. Thank you very much for popping in from Canada, I think you said you were, so I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at some of the comments there during the landing. Yeah, oh, the HUD is beautiful. I know, it was really nice, amazing. Whiplash claim, yeah, 10 feet too left flare, I agree. The brakes were very excessive as well. Yeah, that was a point. I had all the brake 3 or 4, I think it said. It just felt like max. I had to kick it off and roll and add thrust. There we are. Ice is broken by my head. Brilliant. What is the bar used for in the Boeing? Not sure what you're referring to there, Gamer Idol. +1 sub to Mike. Excellent. Yes, please sub to Mike. Let's have some content coming out hopefully in the not too distant future. Check him out on Instagram as well, at Mike Sierra Charlie. Brilliant. Keep those giveaway mug words coming in chat for a chance to win. We'll have a look at some landings actually. Oh, an Icelandair has just landed on me here. Yes, I do apologise. It's a Saturday night and I know other streamers get affected as well. 1, maybe 2 people a little immature there. If you heard anything which was inappropriate, I do apologise. That's completely outside of my control. you know, whoever these people are, I don't know why they do it, but there you go. Oh, the bar to disconnect the autopilot. So that is sort of just an extra way to get the autopilot to disconnect if, let's say, the autopilot button, disconnect button perhaps became inoperable. It's sort of a redundant way of disconnecting the autopilot. I've never had to do it in real life. EasyJet, 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 EasyJet. Oh no, is that Avianca at the front? No, Austrian. Yeah, the sounds are really good, aren't they, as well? You don't get that with X-Plane. They're not obviously as loud as it would be in real life, but it adds so much immersion. There's a lot of EasyJets here at Birmingham. Aircraft coming into land as well. Fantastic. Right, anyway, we'll go back to the aircraft roll this giveaway. I need to be done. I was meant to be done at past. There's an Iceland Air upon my wing. Well, hello, sir. I'm slightly blocking the taxiway. There's an easy way to fix that. I'm about to do the replay. There we are. Yeah, it doesn't have those sounds of X-Pilot at present. Yeah, hopefully they will 2 tons. Right, shall we roll the giveaway? See who the winner of the Flight Deck Sim mug is. So, roll it. The winner is... 2 tons! Right, he's a member of the channel, rigged, everyone's going to say, but it's set to everyone, members, non-members, and it happens to be you, 2 tons. Have you actually ever won anything? Are you kept saying that you've never won anything? It's genuinely, you have won something. 2 tons has been saying for months and months and months that he never wins anything. It's genuinely 100% unrigged, totally rigged. rigged, mugged. Yeah, this is so rigged. Oh, not again. Yes, I've won before. Right, shall we roll another one? Right, just to prove it's unrigged, I'm going to do 2 giveaways of Flight Deck to Sim mugs. It's the only way to prove it's not rigged. 2 giveaways. God damn it. 2 tons of mug coming your... Yes, I have one before. Yes, you had one recently. Right, okay, I'm rolling it again. Right, rolling it again. The second one is... It's another member, Edo. Edo has won a mug. Oh no, 2 Edo. Definitely rigged. Oh my god. Regular members of the channel. That's 2 members, right? I'm gonna have to do it again because he's a moderator. I'm gonna have to do 3 giveaways now until a regular member or someone who hasn't won one before confirmed rigged. Right, I'm going to roll it again. Right, 3rd time's a charm. 3 mugs given away. Ethan's Aviation, there we are. Edo, 2 tons, and Ethan's Aviation. There we are, 3 mugs. Oh, God, never mind. Ethan's Aviation, well done to you. Edo and 2 tons, you are both members of the channel. You can get in contact with me. Ethan's Aviation, you are a regular viewer and subscriber. You can message me on Twitter or on Instagram or email me at flightdecktosim@gmail.com and we'll get that mug sent to you. So congratulations, 1 mug giveaway came with 3. I have to, I can't have it rigged. There you go, 3 mugs. There we are. If if I got one, then that would have to been a 4th mug. It would have been Mike. Right, 3 Flight Deck Sim mugs will be dished out this weekend for you to enjoy in the coming weeks when it eventually arrives. Anyway, let's call that a day. Laverick, is it true Boeing yokes are more accurate than Airbus side sticks? Well, side sticks use fly-by-wire. I think the 7.8 uses it to a degree fly-by-wire, all fly-by-wire. I don't know, but the 7.3 being a Boeing is kind of directly connected to hydraulically actuated flight controls, so you're moving the controls directly, and it feels very realistic. Anyway, let's call that a day. Well done, as I said, to Ethan's Aviation, 2 tons and Edo for your mugs. Ethan's Aviation, can't believe it. Well, it happens. Your luck has come. We'll get you a mug sent out to you as soon as possible. As I said, message me on Twitter, Instagram, or email me at flightdecktosim@gmail.com. Right, let's now roll the replay music. I've definitely disconnected off VATSIM. Play the funky music replay. Right, let's see how this works. Oh, before I do that, I need to just get the flaps out. Otherwise it goes all weird, doesn't it, in the replay? There we are. Flaps to full. Does it restart the engines? I think on the replay I did last time it didn't work properly, or maybe I didn't do one. I don't know. Well, let's just quickly put these to start and the fuel on. And hopefully by the time the replay starts, the engines will be up and running. That was a members mug away. That's why I had to keep rolling it until a non-member joined on it. Anyway, let's see if this works. Bear with me. Oh, I think we're in business. We'll just turn that music down here. Turn up Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm just going to bring back the time slightly because the time doesn't change, unfortunately. It's probably a little bit closer to what it actually was. Probably around about 20 minutes ago. That'll do. Got to look at... no, it wasn't that far ahead. Probably about, like, that. There we go. Right, let's put it... Ooh. Whee!
25.
Probably around that, wasn't it? Probably a little before.
Too low. Gear.
Quick, get the gear down! Right, let's have a look at that from here. PP, use the command !PC. Hopefully it won't look as bad as it did outside. Or inside, sorry. This is me using the heads-up display. Yeah, look at all the movement. Look at the flaperons moving. It's quite good. It works in the replay. God, that looks very excessive, the wing bending. Yeah, I flared just a little bit too late. Oh, yeah, it wasn't too bad. But then yeah, this... it's like, gee, this is like Grand Theft Auto. It just moves very funny. They need to fix that rudder. Yeah, the replay it works really well. Sorry, I find it quite amusing. Right, let's look from another angle. The wing. Ooh, look at that wing flex. Unfortunately, there's no wing view. Oh no, I actually can select one. Honestly, minus 400 that bad for. Yeah, remember that landing rate calculator isn't the most realistic. It's sort of based off your vertical speed indicator rate of descent. So I did flare a little late, but certainly look, no bounce. And then it's just this sort of look. It's either that nose wheel. It's like a Santa Pod drag racer grip. Like you get one of those rocket cars. Super sticky nose wheel. Anyway, yes, Chris Panos on the numbers once again. Every stream I've been quite good with that, haven't I? Yeah, the brakes, it braked way too hard, and then I was adding a lot of thrust there. Anyway, no, I do miss that replay in X-Plane. Excellent. Lavok, that's a common question. You're not the first person to ask that today. I can if I want to state who I work for. I decide not to do. It's just easier to keep it that way. But thank you very much for your understanding, buddy. There is a kind of wing view. I know the one you mean. I'll get into that one. We'll use that one. That one. Yeah, that's actually okay, isn't it? Leading edge flaps look a bit funky. Was that actually how they look? It might be how they look. Right, let me pop you back here on the approach. Oh, actually, that's actually a pretty epic replay wing view. Right, anyway, let's put you out there. A little closer, perhaps. There, let's go from there. There we are, that's it. Let's sign out. Well, I'm so glad that we tried out finally the Kuro 787 mod. Excellent mod if you want to fly the Dash 8 variant. I think it's great. It's not your sort of super detailed high fidelity add-on like you get with some payware ones, but it's certainly more than enough featured for it to work in an accurate manner. So go check it out, completely free. Obviously, if you have the premium super deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator with the 787-10 to try out. Thank you to everyone that donated and to everyone that gifted members today. Loads of new members have joined the channel, and I always feel inclined to do something or give something back when that happens. So that's why I ran that little giveaway at the end. So congratulations to the three, well, was meant to be one giveaway winner, 3 people ended up winning. So well done, 2 Tons, Edo, and Ethan's Aviation. Ethan's Aviation, if you get in contact with me via social media, we'll get that sorted out to you by the end of the weekend. As ever, thank you to the members for your continued support. Members, next weekend is a members group flight, so more information coming in the coming days about that on Discord. To all the regular viewers and subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in, for watching this stream. Thanks to all the ATC, great VATSIM ATC today from VATSIM UK, not only in Birmingham and London as well. So thanks for hosting that event. They're doing it again tomorrow, so be sure to take part if you want some great air traffic control. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all in another live stream very soon. I will do base Takeoff. Thank you very much. I'll make sure we get your love from you. Take care, Jack. Cheers, guys. See ya.